Thank you for joining us, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 2 of Knights of Faded Roses. This is a Vampire the Masquerade game set here in Portland, Oregon, and for those who have not gone ahead and checked out, go back to see Season 1. You might find some interesting little tidbits that'll help you catch up to Season 2. Some pre-show announcements before we go around and introduce everybody. This is a vampire game, so there may well be violence, blood, gore, guts, not to mention a lot of swearing, and definitely sexual innuendo and content. In whose endo? In whose endo, buddy? So if you're not comfortable with that, please go now. I cannot control any of these people at all.
She's tried, though.
I have. It doesn't work at all. So there are parts of the game that may cause discomfort or triggering for people. Please be aware. Listen to your inner self. If you find that something is not feeling okay, go ahead and skip forward. It's okay. We try our best to try and synopsize everything without getting too deeply into it. But if you find that it's an uncomfortable point, just skip forward 30, 40 seconds and try again. It's okay. We'll also have links down below so that if you do need to have assistance in any way, shape, or form as far as counseling, support systems, anything like that, there are going to be both local Portland and nationwide? Yeah, sure. We'll run with that. Nationwide. Nationwide. Links for options for different types of therapy assistance so that you can go ahead and start living, a little bit better. It's okay. We all have mental times where we need to go ahead and have a little bit of extra support. There's no shame in that at all. This is a non-canon Vampire the Masquerade game. So for those who are new here, what are you doing here? You should be going back to Season 1, Episode 1. However, this means...
Season 1, Episode 4.
That's fair.
No, Episode 2 was fun.
Episode 2 was very fun.
Yes, it was.
While it is based on the Ttrpg, it is not something that's sanctioned by nor a part of World of Darkness World. We do not get kickbacks, we don't get revenue, we don't get recognition from World of Darkness, nor its affiliated storylines. Yeah. So, this leads us to our next bit, sponsors. We have a sponsor at this point, so thank you to Restless in Portland for continuing to support and sponsor us for this episode. Looking for an immersive and exciting way to escape the mundane routine of everyday life? Look no further than Restless in Portland, Portland's premier live-action role-playing troupe. At Restless in Portland, I can talk tonight. It's amazing.
Yes, you did such a great job of it, too.
Red leather, yellow leather. I can do this. Why did you choose Restless? Really?
Well, it's the only way to get RIP, as in RIP City, RIP,
hate
all
you
kinds
guys
of
so much.
rest in peace.
Why not roaming in Portland?
Right?
I didn't actually choose the letters. I really think it was a panel decision. They put a thing out there and said,
Name my committee.
Name my... bummer. All right. Well, at Restless in Portland, we offer a thrilling and engaging experience for adults who are looking to explore their creative side and engage in epic adventures. You can step into the shoes of a powerful vampire navigating the treacherous politics of the undead within the Vampire the Masquerade world, or delve into the magical world of Dresden Files, where you can wield mystical powers to combat supernatural threats. And for those looking for a more classic fantasy experience, Legend of the Five Rings offers a rich and immersive world of samurai, honor, and intrigue. Our experienced game masters ensure that every game is a challenging, engaging, and above all fun. With an emphasis on immersive storytelling and character development, Restless in Portland is the perfect place to unleash your imagination and experience a world like no other. Join them on Facebook or Discord by scanning the codes on your screen, which we will have down below. And if you're in the greater Portland, Oregon area, join them most Friday and Saturday nights for some fun. So, thank you again to Restless in Portland for sponsoring us. We will again have their links popping up during the show and at intermission, and they'll be down below in the description box so that you can go ahead and visit yourself. If you happen to have a small or even not so small business and you'd like to help support a small business like ourselves, reach out to us. We are happy to have your shop info showing up on the screen and our intermission as well as in the link description down below. So please contact us here on YouTube. We are also found on Twitter, Facebook, Discord, and Tumblr under the PDX Gaming Productions. On Facebook, we are found at Knights of Faded Roses. If you are loving what you see and you're becoming a fan of our little family here, please click the like and subscribe here on our YouTube channel and find us on, again, Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr for more information.
And should they be sharing it if they really like us?
Oh, heck yeah. Share that. Hit that share button.
Like, share, subscribe,
On
do all the
your
things.
socials.
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. So finally, we would like to thank Willamette Falls Studios once again for hosting our game, and Josh Reynolds for being here to help start us each episode with all of our pre-production setups. If you'd like more information on how Willamette Falls can help your studio productions here in the greater Portland, Oregon area, please drop them a line. They have state-of-the-art studio spaces, including a podcast booth, a fully functioning studio kitchen, a green screen studio, standard studio, editing suites, and a new music recording studio down below, as well as a new voiceover studio that they're working on. And with that, I believe that's all the announcements that are done. So let's go ahead and do a round of introductions here, starting with...
I'm Di Saracen. I play Aliana Kinsley, our resident Nos.
Hi, I'm Em Underwood. Excuse me. I play. My God, my voice is fried.
Wow.
I play Alexandra de la Sandra, Malkavian Primogen, and now Seneschal. What the fuck have I gotten myself into? That's my girl. Sorry.
Hi, I'm Shannon Strobel. I play Elisa Taylor, resident Tremere and current butt monkey.
My name is Tony Colombo. I play Lancaster Harrison, the Venture's Venture. And speaking of RIP in Portland, if you want to come play with me in a LARP situation, you can do that there.
Yeah, in case you missed the whole chime in there, that's yeah.
Yeah.
You can play with him.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you
You need to
can.
work on your entendres.
Oh, no.
Oh no, I think that was,
no, that was-
perfectly on
I
purpose.
think we can license Thompson Twins play with me.
Currently I play follower sets.
I have it on there somewhere.
There we go.
Yeah.
And I'm Elizabeth Hayes, your storyteller for the evening. So with that, let's start this session's Knights of Faded Roses.
Season 2.
Woo! And welcome back. So before we get too far into this, everybody go ahead and roll your hunger for the evening, please.
Eat.
Okay?
15.
You're supposed to roll a 10-sider.
Oh.
Yeah,
Single.
a single 10-sider.
4.
Fail.
You have failed. You are a little more hungry than you would normally, as you are, okay? And you?
I rolled a 1.
Oh, dear Lord.
Hungry.
Yeah.
You've been neglecting your feeding for
You,
this.
you have. You've been a little,
She's
little
been
too
angsting
studious.
over,
I've been
Felicity.
angsting over things that need to be said and done. So,
Yeah, using a little too much brain power there for that. So, well, when we left off, you had been invited to an evening at Marrakesh with Tamina's sire, a vampire known publicly as Caliph Basra ibn al-Farsi, and his entourage at the Marrakesh. As as the ruling council here in Portland, your job until now has pretty much been to put out all the political fires and try to gain control of the city back from the SI. This,
This guy is a walking political fight.
this is the, this might be a little more challenging for some of you, in fact, for most of you. In fact, the only two people that haven't been prevalent in your, the political machinations really have not been all that prevalent in most of your histories, honestly. Other than Tamina and Lancaster, who were basically raised exactly to do that.
I mean, Trinisa.
No, Tamina.
Oh, to me.
Really? Okay.
Tranisa, even though she was the sheriff during
Gotcha.
Thera's reign, had chosen to be more of an observer than anything, and only going ahead and stepping up when absolutely necessary. She did not wish to be a directly associated with nor beholden to Thera, which was,
For the best.
yeah, that was a little bit of a challenge there. So, how are you all arriving?
Given that Marrakesh is probably a little more upscale,
Ish.
and who we're meeting, she's going to go, this is going to sound really weird, slightly understated bombshell.
Okay.
So like 40s glamour, bare shoulders, but not. She's not putting the girls fully on display
Okay.
for desire not to offend those of that particular region.
Okay.
And the dress is purple, obviously.
Obviously. All right. So just so that you are aware, the Marrakesh is located in Northwest. It's located actually just off of Northrop and 21st, on the corner there. It is a understated brick building with wooden facade around most of the windows, and all of the windows are pretty well covered. So even in the middle of the day, you still have the beautiful worked wood carvings to go ahead and use for shutters to help filter light. And if you were to go to any place around in the Middle East, more traditionally along the lines of I want to say actually physically literally in Marrakesh.
Yes.
It's used both as a way to cool the area while keeping the majority of insects out of your home.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm also going to have prepared a gift. It's going to be in a box that she'll be carrying very gently. It's going to be a nice ornate box
Okay.
with the velvet interior for the item inside.
Nice. All right.
What does one bring as a gift to the Caliph? I don't know. Is there a way to find that out? Can I look it up, maybe?
You can certainly look that up.
Okay, can I throw my politics in on this? Because I actually managed to have a pip in that somehow or other.
Yes, you can. So you can throw your politics and let's see.
Let's see here. Am I investigating this or researching this?
Researching.
Okay, so that's... Okay, is that intelligence or... No, probably.
Intelligence, yes.
And academics.
And academics.
Okay, so...
Storyteller. Just to confirm, Caliph is predominantly Islamic versus some of the other religions in the area, right?
So
Yes.
there is a specific difference between what would be considered a caliph versus what would be considered a sheikh.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, that answers that question.
Not too bad. I got 4 successes on that.
Okay. You find there are a number of very appropriate gifts that you could provide to them as a Bedouin leader. While they are not necessarily known for carrying around a lot of things,
Would a bladed weapon of some sort be appropriate?
bladed weapons are also cooking herbs, scents, that type of thing would be
Frankincense, myrrh, gold, the usual.
the usual. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can go very, very, very traditional, ancient type of offerings, or you can go ahead and do something very current as well. So it's up to you.
Well, I mean, it'd probably be a little weird to walk around with a great big flip, golf scimitar. Is the local witch store open? I'll see about, if they have like some sandalwood incense or something.
The local witch store actually is definitely open. You've got a couple of different ones that you could go to, depending on where you're going.
Yeah, whoever happens to be closest, and I will try very, very, very hard to stop from attacking them.
Okay.
Because, oh man,
All right.
I have to burn my power.
Yeah, you may. What's your hunger at right now?
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should eat first.
Before I even do that. Oh, quick and dirty as much as I really, really, really hate having to do this. All right. Find my shortest skirt, skimpiest top, and see who, and a come hither stare.
Okay.
See who approaches.
All right.
Didn't even make it 5 minutes.
No.
Well, where are you hunting?
It takes a little
When we
bit.
get into her backstory, you'll kind of figure out what's all that's all about.
For the sake of brevity, we'll say it takes probably about another 20, 30 minutes to find somebody who's willing. Thankfully, the Lloyd Center District is, at least at this point, a little easier to go ahead and find people of late.
Yes.
So you do find someone
Okay. Yes.
willing to.
Yes. Just try and spread that out because I don't want to take 2 hunger out of one person. That'd probably kill them.
Okay. So
Very
single
close.
hunger out?
So yeah, single hunger.
Okay, so you're down to 2. It's definitely now a lot easier to manage that
Yes, a lot manageable.
bullshit posh asshole in the back of your head telling you that you would like to go ahead and the pretty girl behind the counter looks absolutely lovely
Yes.
and would look even lovelier with your fangs sunk into her neck.
Either that or the pretty girl behind the counter is looking at you going like, you're just a boy in a skirt, you little bitch. There's that too, yeah.
You can't really, she's very, very quiet. Doesn't really go ahead and say much either one way or the other.
No, that's the voice in the back of my head is saying that.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, because my beast is nasty like that.
Yeah, a little harsh. So, you do get 1 hunger down. You manage to go ahead and get a small bag of sandalwood.
Yes.
And,
Neat little cones.
yep, okay.
In a nice. Do they have like a little satin pouch?
Yes.
Okay, good. Get one of those as well,
Okay,
and then tie it off with a nice little silk ribbon.
all right.
Pay the girl and take off before I attack her.
Perfect. She's very bemused by the sudden rush away.
Whatever. Now go back and change into something a little more appropriate.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you all arriving together, or are you meeting there beforehand, or before you all walk in together?
I'm gonna have to stop at the tower.
Okay. Well, that's where she'll be doing her final, getting all dolled up anyway, so.
All right.
Meet up at the tower.
Meet up at the tower? Okay.
Yeah, probably a good idea because I don't know, rolling up on a very loud Indian motorcycle would probably draw a lot of attention.
Especially if it's painted up in,
Yeah, in RAF.
yeah, I'd say RAF, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Dark Earth with RAF roundel. Yeah.
That and the RAF does not necessarily go ahead and inspire the same kind of awe that you might want from someone.
Especially not from the Middle East. Yeah.
Might be a little
Trigger.
tender subject there still.
Yeah.
A lot.
Bad enough that I'm a Tremere walking into, presenting myself to the local Banu Hakim.
Lancaster,
Lancaster.
what are you doing?
Well, considering the individual, I too will be purchasing a gift, something that is, and using my own limited knowledge of the area.
Sure.
I think I'll be combing the area for a pearl of great price. So something that is symbolic of what is most rare in the desert regions, that being a pearl. And how they, as far as I know, they see some kind of reverence for them. So, simple pearl, simple box.
Okay.
And, of course, because it is that part of Portland, it's always a good idea to stay in the Escalades rather than a long stretch limo of any kind.
Probably a good good thing, especially considering in that particular area, your driver, if not you, knows that that particular area is exceedingly difficult to find parking for any type of stretch, anything. So, yeah.
I'm going to have Fluffy be our driver.
Okay, we're gonna have Fluffy be the driver. All right. So, are you going to be meeting up at the tower as well with him? Okay. So you all get conglomerated over to the tower, and you'll end up going ahead and managing out. So, the nice thing about most of this is that because it is darker much earlier, most of you are able to actually go ahead and get up a little bit earlier. Remind me, do any of you have either deep sleeper or late sleeper? Okay, I didn't think you did.
But I did some digging around. I can apparently rise an hour before sunrise.
Yes.
Yay.
I would not recommend opening up the windows beforehand,
No,
but
that's what I got the blackout curtains for.
there you go. All right. So you all arrive at the coin tower, get conglomerated into a single...
Raid the fridge.
Raid the fridge? Okay.
That's exactly why I'm going, because my stock is out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I should probably raid the fridge as well.
All right.
It's going to take 2 bags, though.
You would prefer it this way.
Oh, well, of course. No, I understand your needs.
Just because you're disgusted by it doesn't mean you wouldn't prefer it this way.
Oh, no. This is why I have people,
Because of course he does.
Well, you know,
Still have.
as your uncle is well aware.
so...
Nice to see you all, too.
Yes.
Indeed. By the way, Lancaster, you do get a message from George.
Oh, yeah. I expected him to be here.
Yeah, prior to him going ahead and picking you up, you got a text message from him. Because he knows that you've been working on your text messaging, so he sent you one.
And what does it say? Because remember, I cloned his phone.
There have been 35 new messages from your sister.
Okay.
She knows what she's doing.
Yes.
Clearly not. Yeah, she knows what she's doing, and what she's doing is panicking.
Yeah.
I'll bet.
That or she's wondering if you know what you're doing.
Well, there's always been that case. Yeah.
So, you all arrive, get your hunger settled, so down to 1 for each one of you?
Yes.
At this point? Okay.
Yep.
Excellent. You do go ahead. Fluffy arrives with the Escalade, goes ahead and gets you all into it, heads on from the coin tower out into Northwest. As I said, Northwest area is more industrial. It's had been pretty much in the turn of the century, the 19th century, not, yeah.
Yeah. The last century.
Yeah, the last century. It was usually more of small businesses that were cropping up from new business owners in there. More established ones were downtown and Old Town, and as things progressed and the city got bigger, it sort of spread into Northwest area. You're ushered into the main upper dining room area.
Oh, okay, cool. We're not going to get that part done. Okay.
You walk through a narrow hallway, down a very steep staircase into the basement, and the area that you're going into is restricted usually just for the owners and their immediate family. But they were paid exceedingly handsomely to open up their doors for the visiting dignitaries. The basement was converted into a very large communal area, low seating tables, reclining pillows, swaths of rich fabric across the ceilings, down the walls, carpets everywhere. It is large enough to accommodate the majority of the kindred leadership in the area, along with the sheik and his traveling companions.
Who else is here?
Well, we did elect an entire group of people
Well,
when last we
Yeah.
met,
I understand that.
Yes.
and whoever he may bring with him.
you
Is
see...
Jonathan there?
Jonathan is there.
Oh, goody.
He's very quiet, sitting in a corner
I'm gonna make
with a
sure,
handler.
With a handler, good.
I'm gonna make sure that I'm the first one through the door,
Okay,
because there's certain reasons for that.
fair.
And I'm gonna make sure that,
Well, yeah, because if the shooting starts, you take the first hit.
I'm
I
making
know.
sure I'm the first one through the door.
Okay, no, that's actually, yeah.
And I'll wait until everybody else is seated before I take a seat.
Okay.
Before I even walk in, I'm going to double check the hijab because head to toe, just
Yes.
modest.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, about the same. Only I've kind of not a full hijab, but like a keffiyeh tied around.
Okay.
So
All right. Estrella and Baron Hiram from Vancouver are there. They arrived just ahead of you. Diana from the Tremere Chantry is also there,
okay.
along with Christine, the Toreador Primogen.
Nice.
So
Make
as you all walk in, you notice that there is a slightly raised dais toward the back wall. Darkly clothed gentleman sits there, flanked with two other men, one on either side of him. His skin is olive. He has a very well-groomed short beard. His head covering and clothing are exceedingly unassuming, very, very quiet. A deep blue-on-blue woven pattern on the edges. Other than that, no gilding, no frills, very understated.
It's understated bombshell.
His hands are unadorned as well. There's no rings. There's no riches anywhere to be seen at all. He smiles as he sees all of you approaches, and he stands easily to greet you.
Bow with appropriate deference before taking my seat near Jonathan, because that's where the seneschal should sit.
Okay?
And I lean into Jonathan and go, you should probably let us do all the talking. Trust me.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll sit on the other side of Jonathan.
Now,
And you will avoid Jonathan completely. No.
I'm gonna go sit next to Christine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I will, of course, also bow to him first, then acknowledge the guests from across the river, and before acknowledging each of the local primogen.
Okay.
And observe this as it's going on, because I'm going to do the exact same thing.
Yeah, I've got points in etiquette too, so
As you are.
Yes, as do I.
I'm doing full formal, and then I'm going to wait till I'm not just going to immediately offer the gift. I'm going to wait till he does his initial introductions, basically follow protocol for that type of meeting before offering the gift.
Okay. He smiles at each one of you.
Yes, and then take my place next to Diana, or behind, rather.
Behind.
Behind
Okay.
and to the right.
Now, technically speaking, Diana, as you may recall, is not the primogen officially. You are the primogen. She may be the elder, but the Chantry voted you to be primogen.
There's a
So
difference.
technically,
They're
you
more like they
outrank her.
went 1, 2, 3, not it.
Yeah,
Right.
You technically outrank her.
Yeah, okay, all right, in that case. Just in front and to her right then.
Okay, perfect.
There we go.
All right.
Okay, there we go.
He smiles at all of you. You do see Tamina. She is to the right of him, off the dais.
Yeah, all right.
Along with her are two other women. They do not wear full hijab. They wear the niqab,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, just the headscarf.
just the headscarf, but very, very modest. And you notice that none of them are looking directly at anybody but him.
Do we recognize them or any of the others present as the other Banu Hakim that Tamina had brought to the one meeting?
No.
Okay.
Oh, but they're probably here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also very subtly looking for every possible exit. Basically, I'm just mapping the room in my
Okay.
mind.
You do see two emergency exits on the opposite wall of where you came in. So if you want to picture this, you walked in through here. It became a very large square. The dais is here. The two exits are directly across on either side
Okay.
towards the corners.
Okay.
So he smiles at all of you. Welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate you taking time off. I know that running a city is challenging, to say the least.
It has indeed been an adventure.
Well, as I have heard from my dearest, my Ibna, and he looks over at her and he has a very sad look on his face. This is. I have heard that there have been many challenges in this particular city in the last year, and I do applaud the majority of what you've done as far as getting that under control. If for no other reason, then no one needs to have that kind of infiltration in a city. It brings out the worst. He sits down, and some very quietly understated dancers come out, start going ahead, and you get the feeling that at this point, this is more of simply a period of time for him to observe than anything else, to see exactly how you guys are going to interact with everybody else within this enclosed area. He is measuring you.
The box is set in front of her. Just, it's not like pushed forward, so it's like, oh, look at me, but it's just, it's on the table.
Okay?
It's there. It's not as overly gilded, but it has, I mean, it's obvious it's supposed to be a gift. It's not just a, run-of-the-mill box.
Okay.
And she is, let's see if I can do this. Hang on a second. Performance. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Storyteller, how much performance does Jonathan have?
Ooh, that is a good question. Jonathan,
Well, if there's ever a one-trick pony in the room, it'd
Right?
be Jonathan.
Yeah.
That's why I told him we're talking, not him.
Jonathan has 3 in performance. He's not a terrible performer. He's just overly excited quite easily.
He's a Keat.
That makes so much sense.
Wait, we're not going to have to yeet the Keat, are we?
Maybe, we'll see.
Okay.
Using performance and charisma, I'm going to observe and appreciate the performances going on around while looking around, just gauging everything, especially him.
Okay.
You're shitting me.
Nope, not tonight.
Not tonight.
The dice tell stories.
2 successes, 1 of them crit.
Okay. Dancers are good. They are much more of the. They are not your traditional rocks belly dancers that you would see at, for instance,
The Sheik's Palace.
at the Sheik's Palace. This is not a Hollywood anything. They are. So for anyone who has had a history of belly dancing, the idea of what has become a coin skirt was originally the tassels on your camel's reins, and you would wrap that around your hips. You would not unclothe or uncover any part of your body, and you would sit there, and the dance was actually a managing of those tassels to swing around, and you would perform with that and with blades or with bells of some sort, and that is what you see.
And the coin skirts were designed to be a training
Yeah.
with coin belts. Not an
So,
actual
not an actual
performance tool.
piece. So this is not.
Fuck it up, Hollywood.
Seriously.
You know, it is a thing. Western culture loves to see glitz and glamour.
Yes.
This is not Western culture.
Nope.
This is very traditional. And so whatever you might have expected is not what you see. It is very, very well done. And you can see he is appreciative of it. And probably these are women that and dancers, because there are both a couple of men who are blade spinners who are doing their portion of the dance as well. These are probably part of his entourage that he has brought with him for his own entertainment.
Question.
Yes.
I'm going to activate heightened senses.
Okay.
I want to make sure that what I have to do with that. Hold on. Oh, good, it's free. How many, if any, have heartbeats?
3 out of 6.
That checks.
Yep.
Not that we know. I'm assuming everybody's dead. So
You're assuming everybody's dead. It's fine.
You're dead, Angel.
Never assume they're dead.
Never assume they're dead. You do notice his body posture is slightly tilted away and turned slightly away from Tamina.
Do I understand what that means?
I don't know. Do you have a knowledge of history of Middle East specifically, and also the psychology of body language?
No, but I recognize shape when I see it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah.
we all know
doing
the-
this sort of thing is like, yeah.
We all know the Banu-
you're in the doghouse, kid.
the Banu Hakim are masters of shadows in general. So
Yeah.
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 All right. So I will actually lean behind Jonathan, tap, have the boy present. Give him the right words. Don't have us do it. And I slide a box in front of Jonathan.
Okay, are you having him present my gift or the one you've got?
I brought one
one, okay.
to make it look like it's from Jonathan.
Nicely done. All right.
Yes. Yeah, that's perfectly.
Harumph, harumph.
I'm gonna rough out that guy. Give the Khalifa a roast.
All right. So, Jonathan is practically oblivious. He's just enjoying the show at this point.
I'm gonna wait till the performance is done, obviously,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna lean back and whisper to Jonathan, basically tell him, okay, when the performance is done, somewhere either right then or just after that, there's gonna be an opportunity to present greeting gifts. The box that is placed in front of you is our gift to him from the Principality of Portland. Offer it with as much humility as you can muster. But don't grovel.
Oh, okay. I can do that. I can do that.
I can do that.
I can do this.
Yes.
You got this.
I can do this. You got
I
this. You got this,
can't
Jonathan.
do this.
You
Lean
can do
over.
this.
Don't fuck it up.
Oh, don't fucking tell me that. God damn it. Great. Now he's going to be thinking about, God, don't fuck it up, I'm going to fuck it up.
Encouragement at its
Yes.
finest.
That is,
Yes.
well,
Yep.
you know, right
Yep,
there you go.
Negative reinforcement at its best. Nosferatu checks out.
Yep.
Yep.
And I basically,
That ticks that box. There we go. Okay.
I'm afraid because I know you're going to make me actually come up with what he's supposed to say.
Yeah.
So proud.
How good is he at memorizing lines?
Performance 3.
He's got a performance of 3. He's fairly good at memorizing lines, and actually, you have seen him come across at times to be exceedingly eloquent.
Okay.
As long as his nerves aren't rattled, he's not horrible.
Just remember, this is a gift of respect. You're not in any trouble. No one here is in any trouble. You're welcoming a dignitary from a foreign land. And just be humble and pay respect.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay. You got this.
The performance ends. There is a smattering of applause. Yeah, very, very polite, quiet applause. And Jonathan gets up, bows very respectfully, and walks up but stops about 3 feet before the dais, bows again, and presents forth both of the boxes. Or is it just the one box, or was he just the one box? Okay.
One or two.
This one's staying here.
That one's staying
This is
there.
the seneschal
Yeah,
gift.
our personal gifts.
Personal gifts are okay.
Yeah.
Just double checking.
This is the one that Aliana
And
wanted to give.
he offers it up. He says, "For you, my sheik, a gift of reverence and appreciation, and thank you for coming to visit our principality."
You see, he sees Alex just wince a little bit when he says chic. Okay.
And you see this amused sort of flicker across across his face as Al-Farsi, thank you, and motions forward as one of his dog's bodies picks up the gift that has been placed directly in front of, but not directly onto the dais. And he opens it up. What does he find?
He finds in a complete Turkish coffee set, and in each of the cups is a small wrapped container that has frankincense, myrrh, bit of gold, and a little bit of jasmine.
Ooh, excellent. He nods. This is beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Once Jonathan returns, I'll stand with my box, walk forward, stop before. I'm not going to set the box down, but I am going to bow and say, "Khalif, we are honored to have you present. Please accept this small gift. May you never have need to use it, but may it always be there should you." Hands out like this,
Okay.
box opening so that they can open it that way.
Okay. The other dog's body comes up, opens it up.
They see let me make sure I can get this pronunciation right, a traditional Shabriya blade
Okay.
in a not overly ornate, but it's a nice polished camel skin leather sheath
Okay.
with the metal bits on the ends that are silver, and the edge of the blade is silvered.
Oh,
Thank you. I
ceremonial weapon, yeah.
appreciate this. That is quite lovely. Thank you.
You're most welcome.
That is squirreled away behind him.
Okay. About the same.
All right.
Bow. And just. Shit. I don't have. This is the one thing I didn't prepare for. No. Oh. Yes, no.
Yeah.
Honored Khalif, we welcome you to our city. We thank you for taking the time to visit with us today. And I hope this small token of our appreciation meets with your approval.
Okay. The first dog's body comes up, takes it, opens up the pouch.
Yep, it's lovely, yeah. Yeah, all that lovely sandalwood. And nice sandalwood, an incense burner.
Nice.
Yeah.
He nods. We appreciate this. Thank you. I do appreciate that.
And take my place.
Okay.
Take my seat.
And Lancaster will stand up and say, "It is with great humility and respect that House, well, Ventrue, the Ventrue clan, welcomes you to our city and thanks you for your hospitality. And I, Lancaster Harrison, and then he'll proceed to list his
Recite his pedigree.
recite his his pedigree. Yes.
Just do it, yeah.
Yeah, all the way through.
Make a subtle show of checking my watch as he does it.
Right, and so and it is rather quick, in its delineation, but it goes straight through Hardestadt the Elder, and continues on.
You got that as a
through to-
merit, didn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about. But it goes straight through Hardestadt the Elder and on to those of the third generation.
Okay.
Knowing all the way to the line, and present you with a small and humble gift from our coffers, and it's a small black box, velvet,
Like a jewelry box almost?
Basically, it's a jewelry box, and then within is probably a pearl. And a natural pearl, nonetheless. It's not perfectly round, but it's a pearl that's probably the size of top half of your thumb.
Nice.
By my guess, and it's encased in velvet and black, and it's all contrasted white against the white of the pearl and the pearlescence, if you will, of it.
Very nice.
And pass it over.
Okay. His other dog's body picks that up, opens it, presents it to the Caliph. Excellent. He's impressed. And you, with your history of knowledge, your knowledge of history, rather, you do understand that the pedigree is something that one takes very seriously. So that is probably about as high of a respect of, not only do I recognize that you are important, but I recognize exactly how important my own family history is as well.
Yes.
Type of presentation. So and he seems fairly impressed by it.
Impressed. Good job.
Sit back.
All right. And then I borrow the handler from Jonathan, because male, make him walk up holding this gorgeous prayer rug that is rolled up.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
And come up to the point, we stop, both bow, as the handler is still holding it out. And I introduce myself and say, Your Most Excellency, please allow me to present a gift to you from my most recent travels on behalf of both myself and my uncle Alexander Kinsley.
You see a flicker of recognition of that name.
May it serve you well, and may you always find Mecca. Bow again, and back up,
Okay.
leaving the handler there holding it.
Right? And the Caliph himself actually walks up and takes the prayer rug. This is a very personal gift.
Oh, yeah.
And he says, I know your uncle. He is unique.
He likes the word eccentric.
He would. I appreciate this very much. Thank you.
Now again, return to the seat.
Okay. About 15 minutes later, you notice as he leans over, the majority of the people get ushered out. This was mostly for show. He wants to talk with each one of you.
Is Jonathan sent to go?
Jonathan is sent to go. Tamina stays.
Yeah.
The ladies that she was sitting with go. You do notice, actually, Tranisa has been sitting in the very back corner, minding her own business, not getting involved in anything.
Smart girl.
Tra-la-la-la-la in the corner.
Did
That's the venture training.
I can never remember the guy's name. The guy from across the river. Did he go too?
Baron Hiram?
Baron Hiram, yes, he was
Just
Okay.
the council.
just the Council of
Portland
Portland,
Council?
yes.
Okay.
He was invited there as a show of recognition that he is, and very light. You probably get the sense that this is part of a greater ambassadorial tour, as it were.
We are but one stop.
Yeah, you are.
Grand tour.
So, but what this basically, this is, his family is living here. He wants to make sure that this is now a safe, stable location, and that he can count on the council to appropriately govern the city. And he is not a fool. He knows what Jonathan actually is.
That's why she's looking directly at me as she's
Yeah.
talking. It has to be me in Lancaster, but
Yeah. He is, so he even actually dismisses his 2 bodyguards.
we didn't come in with any, so I'm fine.
Yep.
So,
Not that they would make too much of a difference, I'm sure.
True.
And my boot knife is still in the boot, which was left at the door because that is
tradition.
polite etiquette. Yes, that is etiquette to remove your shoes upon
Yep.
entering a dwelling.
So he signals to everyone to come toward, there's a center table that's brought in. It's basically, you notice that most of these tables had been sort of triangular in shape, and as they come together, they form a very large circular table. In the center is a large hookah, which you are able to go ahead and partake if you wish. He does, because it is tradition. And he sits down. Says, so, I understand from Maibna that you are now running as not a principality as such, but a council.
We are following the model of the Renasherie Camarilla experiment in Atlanta. And it is a more representational form of the Camarilla Council.
You might almost conceive of it as parliamentary.
That's not something you want to tell an Arab person.
But no, government systems are
It's-
worldwide.
We are wanting to prevent another situation similar to what happened under Prince Thera. And with the problems that are facing kindred kind around the world, from the new brazenness of the hunters, Second Inquisition, and even some of the other supernatural creatures. We can't allow the Pacific Northwest region, specifically that which is under our direct guidance, to digress into anarchy. But at the same time, we have to be mindful of the area we are in. So by taking a slightly altered version of what was done in Atlanta, we believe that the other kindred will feel more represented while still maintaining the ivory tower hierarchy. A happier people is a less rowdy people.
That is true. One could choose to rule with fear, or one could choose to rule with a greater understanding of where one is. I can see the merit.
It is also felt that ruling with respect as well, instead of an iron thumb, which was part of what I personally believe got Thera killed.
That is definitely part and parcel of her death. Her choices were ultimately mostly frivolous and based in personal gain, rather than in understanding that one's city only has the strength that one puts into it.
Exactly.
And what of you? Your pedigree speaks to one not inclined toward this particular council setup. Yet here you are.
This is just another turn of the long escalation of interaction of our species. We have a need for leadership. Without it, things descend into unpleasant situations. It is our intention that we will be nice rather than guide each other with the firm hand. There are those that will require it. And for those, we have very capable individuals, as I'm sure you are aware. When that time comes, we will take those steps necessary.
Just examining, listening to what he's saying, but watching the Cleef's face in detail, using the read person specialty to get an idea of what how he's taking what's being said to him.
He is not sure of how to take any of this. From the body language that you are gaining insight on, and his facial expressions are pretty well blank. He is old enough and experienced enough, you can't read the face. The body language, however, shows an exceedingly high level of uncomfortableness of this entire situation. This is not traditional. This is not what he is used to at all. And he's not sure that this is what he wants to support.
Once, let Lancaster continue.
I would prefer a solid ivory structure. That is the way it has always been, or at least for the past couple of centuries. But even before the standards of the Camarilla, there were elders in place to take care of things. There were individuals in place who understood what was necessary to survive. And this is what is necessary for our survival. And we will be taking those steps as we see fit for our land and our place. That is what we are doing.
I would add also that the point to which the kind have evolved, both sociologically and technologically, to not adapt and to not compensate with modern times is tantamount to suicide. And there's no honor in it.
I do agree in that. My people have had a long history of being nomadic, not having a home per se. The desert itself is our home, and it changes, and as it changes, so do we, and we adapt, and we move as needed. But the world has become small. We no longer are the same type of nomadic culture that we were. We have had to take refuge in cities. I remember a time when I was a nomad, and now not so much. So I understand adapting. I understand adjusting. I understand a need to maintain a certain level of control while allowing for change to occur. Trees that do not bend break. I am not certain, however, how well the Camarilla will accept this. An experiment, from what I understand, dealing with the ivory tower, is only acceptable as long as it profits the ivory tower. If you should fail to allow that profit, or somehow block the ivory tower from gaining any profit, they may well destroy you.
That is one of the reasons we are doing our best to work with the ivory tower. And by having this act as an experiment, should down the road it be determined that the experiment needs to either pivot or be stopped and a more traditional, rigid hierarchy be put in place, we can do that. Thus far, our reactions from the tower have been, I won't go so far as to say enthusiastic, because that would be a lie. But they haven't been vehemently against. They're willing to see what happens. And in the interests of not just our city and relations between us, but relations between the Camarilla and the Ashira, any input or observations you would share with us, we are honored to receive.
Well, since my childer is here, I can definitely pass along that information through her.
And may I state that she has proven to be a pivotal and extremely valued member of the community and asset for the council. When the Sabbat tried to come in, she was one of the ones who helped purge them from the city. That is when she earned my respect. And I hope I earned some of hers.
She has shared her feelings on not only the experiment, but on the individuals here. And
I would have expected no less.
again, while I am not convinced that this is necessarily the future across the board, I'm willing to see where this goes, to allow her to continue on here, if only because for now it profits both of us.
And if we have our way, it will continue to do so into the far future.
Tamina leans forward and touches his arm. He leans slightly back. She says, Baba, we are taking care of a city that needs us. We are taking care of an entire kindred society that needs us here. And he nods. So what of you? You're certainly not the... I mean, you were voted in as Primogen, but you are not the elder, are you?
No, Caliph. In my case, it was more of an instance of you do it. I don't wish to presume how much understanding you have of how my clan operates, but it is very much a top-down clan structure, and to refuse would not have met with much favor.
So in modern parlance, you were voluntold?
Exactly what I was going to say.
In so many words, yes, Caliph.
I see.
I will say, however, that she has since proven herself very valuable and learned swiftly.
This bodes well, both for your bloodline and for the city. Your uncle...
Yes.
Yes, your uncle.
Your uncle.
As they said, once blood is thicker than water. There are days I want to throw water on him. I understand.
On the other hand, he has given me many, many good gifts. I have learned quite a bit from him and his... He has an amazing library.
That he does. And he is currently sending a lot of it to me to digitize and distribute.
I may have to gain some of that.
Be honored to share it with you.
Thank you. My one concern at this point is the thin bloods that are still here.
That is the one of the items we have been working to assess. We're currently trying to gain a more accurate census of them. And once we have that, Mr. Harrison has put in place some options to help rehome them.
Rehome.
A mass slaughter of hundreds of thin bloods would be very hard to cover up, even under the best of circumstances. So, rather than risk a Masquerade breach, the idea put forth was to offer them greener pastures, if you will.
Because we know where they came from and how they came to be now, utilizing them and their skills in the end would benefit our society. They are young, but they can also interact with the kind and help us be able to keep ourselves safer and be able to branch back out now that we have seen our city open back up.
And with the expulsion of the SI, or near complete, I'm not going to be so egocentric as to assume that we've gotten rid of every last vestige of them, because they are much like cockroaches.
Yes,
You kill one, and there are 4 more to take its place.
They are our Hydra.
But we have dramatically reduced their presence and influence. And with that, we are very sure that they were the source of the thin blood explosion. With them gone, the population becomes more controllable, and the population levels become more controllable. These are folks who were turned through, in most cases, no choice of their own. Showing a bit of mercy and offering them an opportunity elsewhere helps the more sympathetic among our society to have their sensibilities not assuaged. Yeah, assuaged.
Assuaged, yeah.
Yeah, let's go with assuaged.
Well, I do agree that a masquerade breach is not something that we want, and with the numbers that you're talking, you are correct. I will be honest, I will be keeping an eye on the number of thin bloods that may continue to be in this area. If there is an uptick, there will be a problem.
Of course, your assistance and recommendations are always welcome. We would ask, for formality's sake, if nothing else, to be apprised of any actions you would take regarding them should you decide that we are not handling it well before they're made, so that we don't risk causing issue with the other residents in the area.
Of course, this is not my territory. I would never come in and invade someone else's territory without alerting them of the reasoning behind said and offering to assist in the handling of any problems. Understand, however, thin bloods are anathema. They should never have been created in the first place.
I agree with you, but this unfortunately does not stop the fact that they have been. So we are trying to find as equitable and I hesitate to use the term low-key, but it is the only one that really comes to mind.
Let us use the term humane.
Humane as well. I was thinking more less public.
Fair.
But yes, humane applies as well. And I understand that you would not invade our territory. It was one of those things that, unfortunately, for the sake of propriety, I had to state.
Of course. As a newly formed council, it is your responsibility to put forth the edicts to all governing and ruling members throughout the world of Kindred Society as to what will be accepted and not accepted within your territory. That is your right.
Thank you for your understanding. Her eyes are bouncing between blue and like an emerald green while she's talking.
Oh, fun. Okay. Trinisa, by the way, has sat down between the two of you and is just very quiet.
Between us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Has not said a single word yet. And is mostly staring not at him, but at Tamina. Who has managed, oddly enough, with your perception, you can see this, she has shrunk down to about half her size at this point.
Oh.
If I may, Khalif, I would have one request, which may be another one of those things that goes without saying, but I would rather be certain than presume. Your childer has, as I stated previously, proven herself most useful and capable in her role.
Efficacious, you might say.
Efficacious is a word we could use very much.
To a point.
Whenever we have had need of her, with one exception, she has performed her job in an exemplary manner. The one exception being, unfortunately, a time where she was called away to assist with something back in your homeland.
She was called away because she failed. And I needed to handle that failure.
I do not presume to insert myself into the inner workings of your family, nor do I presume to question your motivations. I am merely stating the facts that she has proven herself very useful and a very valued member of what is this newly formed court. And we would be honored if you would continue to allow her to do so.
I have, in fact, been considering this for quite some time. Understanding that she has been assisting you the last year or so, and understanding her role now within this particular council. Her failure was not during that period of time, but before. Her failure was in allowing not only the SI, but the ever-increasing population of Thin Bloods to occur without either reaching out for assistance or handling the matter herself.
Regrettably, this is something that caught all of us unawares. They have gotten exceedingly, call it what it is, sneaky.
Prolific.
Yeah.
Either way, this is not just a diplomatic visit. This is also a visit to announce that I am releasing her. as my childer. She will be allowed to stay here. I will no longer call her away. The downside to this is that the reasoning behind this is that she is no longer of use to me.
We thank you for your generosity in allowing her to continue her purpose here, even though she may not be of use to you further in your homeland. We will do all in our power to make sure that she continues to be of service.
If I may,
Please.
I want to make one thing crystal clear. While your presence in the city is welcome and your power is undeniable, it is our city. We will not be stopped in what we're doing. We will do what is best for us. And if that shakes the halls of the Camarilla's ivory tower to the very top floor, then so be it. Because we are the strength at the base of that tower. It is our city. And we are part of the organization. We welcome your assistance. We welcome the people you do not find useful anymore, because they are far more useful to us now, here, than you are. That is what my line stands for.
Well said.
And if you like, I can throw a little bit of intimidation. You've specialized in veiled threats.
You can try.
A little bit of performance.
You can certainly try.
With my messy critical in my performance to not give away,
I did.
to not overly react.
Also, my leadership skills are specialized in oratory. So,
There you go.
I'm just gonna do a simple pass fail.
When he whips that out, her eyes just go like deep crimson for the entirety of his speech.
Okay.
And then revert back to the oscillating between blue and green when he's done.
Yes.
What that means, I'm not going to tell you.
Wringing my hands, going, "Don't look at me when you do that. Don't look at me when you do
I'm glad I'm out of the
In
blood
all-
splatter zone because
Yeah.
we did just give him a ceremonial knife.
and in all honesty, if we do fail, it will be no concern of ours. Because as you have so cleanly and expertly displayed, we will not be here to care. We will be dead. And then you, or whoever else it is that is part of your structure, may attempt to rebuild again. But it will be rebuilt. It may not be with our stones. It may not be with our firmaments. It will be with the direction and the leadership of the Camarilla. Because we took this city back.
Tell me more, Daddy. No, I don't do that. Jesus fucking Christ.
Fuck me.
Wow. Talk dirty to me, Vaddy. Who you doing?
I'm so sorry. No, I'm not.
Just throw the Joey Tribbiani in there, didn't
It's
you?
okay. It's all right. I understand. if there's a little sploosh going on. That's perfectly acceptable.
Oh my
There
God.
might even be a little spoing. You know?
I need to go change my drawers. I'm sorry.
How many basements flood from his speech? Okay, sorry.
Puppies!
This is off the top of my head. I'm not done.
Yes. Please.
The eyes are red until he's finished, so.
Yeah.
And she's not responsive.
Yes, and I'm slowly squirming away.
Okay.
You know, a little bit closer to Triniza, just like, yeah.
just understand that we are the champions here. We are the ones who did this. And when we stand, we will stand as giants. And when we walk amongst these cities of our town, or these streets of our city, I should say, we will walk like lions. They will not know anything other than that. Be they from our tower, or the cesspools of the Sabbat, or the lawlessness of anarchy. Be they Second Inquisition, or some other societies, they will know who we are, and they will not forget us. For we have taken back what was taken from us, and we are here now. So all those individuals that are someplace else all the time will see us shining at the top of that ivory tower for miles. And that's when he'll sink back into his pillow.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the eyes ripple back.
He looks at each one of you in turn.
Okay.
I respect what it is that you are attempting to do. Please do not take this as anything other than the respect for attempting to do something that is different. Insanity, as we know, is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. This is different. It has been proven that the Sabbat is worse than careless. Anarchy is untenable. And the Camarilla only cares about the Camarilla.
The old guard.
This is different. So perhaps it can work. I respect that. I do come, however, from a tradition which speaks of the histories. It speaks of the prophecies. It speaks of those who will fall because of these prophecies. And it has always been my bloodline expected to maintain and take care of, so that these prophecies do not come to pass. So while I respect what it is you are attempting to do, understand that my history tells a different story about what may occur.
And this is one of the reasons we appreciate your insight and advice when you should choose to give it, if you should choose to give it.
When it's asked for. We, in this situation, do not need people who are afraid. We need people who are confident. I am confident. We are confident. And we cannot abide those that are not, because we are as confident as the edge of your swords are sharp.
Then you shall survive. And perhaps, given a bit of luck and a lot of assistance from those who also support you, you will thrive.
I expect nothing less.
And honestly, that is the wish that I have of all cities. Those who live within the boundaries of these cities, for the most part, they are not a part of the hierarchy that runs it. The majority of these people do nothing but live day to day. They do not deserve to be attacked, beaten, killed simply because they happen to live within a city limit. But their leaders, as I am sure you are aware, are the ones that will be held responsible for whatever choices they make. So, I wish you much luck in the coming year.
And I, for one, wish you health and prosperity in what it is that you do.
She reaches down, pulls off a pouch off of the belt. As you have granted us a wonderful gift, Khalif, of your amazing childer, I would like to present you a gift and ask a request of you. Presents the bag. Inside of here are SD cards and jump drives with the information we have gathered about the SI and how they've made the Thin Bloods and all the other information we have been able to gather so far.
In our last confrontation, we were able to seize a great many of their pieces of equipment and archives of information. We've chosen to share that information.
My request is that you take these and share the information with others who need it so that we can stop this scourge before it expands the way it tried to do in Portland.
He nods. He takes the bag. This I shall definitely do, because regardless of what our political leaning is, this cannot stand.
Agreed.
Thank you. But as you know, while my clan has learned to use the internet and share information that way, I feel this one is actually more important to send physically. And rather than trust ways that could be intercepted.
In return, I shall give you the one thing that is the most precious to me, besides my childer. Words have power. Names have power. Publicly, I am known as Khalif Basra ibn al-Farsi. However, that is not my name. My name is Hamad al-Basir ibn al-Rashid, and I am Sheikh.
What was the name again? Write it down.
Hamad al-Basir ibn al-Rashid. So your principality, he did address me correctly. Probably unbeknownst, but he did pronounce, he did.
He did.
I will accept it for the happy accident it is.
He doesn't seem altogether himself.
He's still
Shell-shocked.
Yes.
Shell-shocked.
Yes. We will. Yes. He's still getting used to his new position.
Understandable. In any case, if you have need of me, please contact Tamina. She knows how to reach me. If she is unavailable, either one of her deputies or, and he pulls out a very small black card and hands it to you. This is a private email directly to me.
Okay. Takes it with both hands. Thank you.
I cannot always promise that I will support every decision that you make. However, I respect what you are attempting to do here. And I do wish all of you much prosperity to it. Because this does have overall the potential of becoming perhaps a better way for the majority of kindred.
That is our hope and intention.
And he gets up.
Stand up.
Yes.
I bid you good evening. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for your most generous invitation and for your time.
He kisses Tamina on the forehead. Do well, prosper, live. And if you have need of me, let me know.
If there is any way at any point in the future we can be of assistance to you, unlikely though that may be, you need but reach out. We will be here.
Thank you. And he turns and goes out one of the emergency exit doors.
Shall we regroup at the coin tower?
Yes, we should.
Wipe that proverbial bead of sweat off. my
Debrief.
forehead.
Once we get back to the tower, because I'm assuming we're going to go for break here shortly, the first words out of Alex's mouth, she lets her hair out of the thing it was pinned back in.
Yeah, same.
And then first she just looks at Lancaster, goes, and says, "Can you jump up and down for me?
Why?
I want to hear him jingle."
Oh, sorry. If you didn't hear me walking up the stairs, they are quite annoying at times.
Wow. That was, wow.
You got to admit. Well,
You played the exact right card at the right time.
the problem is that, forgive me, I may have missed something, but I didn't even know who that person was in relation to how we govern our city. So quite honestly, he was just a powerful elder that Tamina respected. So as far as I'm concerned, he was an annoyance to what we're trying to do here.
Understandable,
Yeah.
but he's also...
And as far as I'm concerned, and thankfully, Fair Alyssa here was able to, Elisa was too many A's in the room.
Yeah.
Not enough B's. So what I'm saying is that thankfully she was able to let me know that he may have been representing the Camarilla in the form of an Archon of some kind.
Yes.
Which means you got to break those sons of bitches in two, because they walk all over you.
Yeah, no.
And they
he's
walk all
extremely
over.
well connected.
They walk with their reputation, and if they don't understand that you are the top dog in the city, then they'll start picking who's the top dog. And the last thing I want to do is see that guy starting to pick people. So, but that's just me. That's how I handle my business, and this is now my business. So,
So when are you going to start taking phone calls from your sister?
it's none of your business.
If she decides to make it our business.
Oh no! She's in process right now. She's having issues, and as far as I'm concerned, she's older than I am. She's had more training than I have, and she should know better. So if something is affecting her adversely, then she just isn't following our father's protocols. So That's my humble opinion. Should she show up on my doorstep, I'll welcome her as any brother would. Yeah. Should she bring anything with her, I will destroy it with righteous fury. That is just the way.
This is the way.
Or I'll pay somebody to do it at least.
I was gonna say
You have people for that.
And the two of us together, we have more people.
That sounds about right.
All right. Well,
Eat your people.
with that, we are going to take a bit of a break, and we will be back in about 10 minutes or so. So.
Okay.
And welcome back from the break. So, a little bit of a recap there. So you had an evening at the Marrakesh. You met Tamina's sire. There were gifts that were given. There was
Dicks that were flexed.
so many.
Flopped.
Balls that
Basements
were
that
rung.
were flooded.
Wow.
A Vati was born.
He's always been there.
It's always been there, really.
I'll
But
say he showed up once before.
it's true.
When you went
It's
hunting
true.
one time.
And you got his actual name. You gifted him the SD cards of all the SI information for dissemination, and everybody went back to the coin tower.
So, okay, here's a question. Since he gave us his real name, should she give her hers? Give him hers?
Why?
She's still going
Why?
to Deirdre.
No.
Okay, I'm not sure about that.
It's completely and utterly up to you.
Names are power.
Names
I
are
don't think you even know
power.
her as Alexandria.
Who?
No, he does. He does.
Okay.
He has.
Everybody but the council knows her as Deirdre, so.
Yeah.
Oh, your radio personality.
Yeah.
Good show last week, by the way.
Thank you.
So you all arrive back at the coin tower, roughly in about
Peas, you know?
About half an hour, 45 minutes. You guys get back to the coin tower, get settled back
I
in.
asked him to jump up and down so we can hear him jingle.
Yeah.
If you didn't hear them, you weren't listening.
Yeah, and not just jangle, they are clanging.
There's a
Hear the church bells ringing.
silver balls. Silver balls.
Somebody's
Oh my
taking-
God.
Sang the bells of St. Clements.
Yep. Anyway. Moving along.
You guys are gonna kill me.
I've got
big balls.
That's
And
such
stop
big-
before we ask Cap.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, I have 3 more lines before we hit 30 seconds.
Right? Anyway. So y'all get back. Fluffy drops you off. Do you need anything else, boss?
No, I think we're good for now. Thank you very much.
Sure.
What time of the night is it? I'm assuming it's fairly late.
It is about... It took roughly about 4 hours. You guys started about 9:30-ish, so it's about,
Coming up on 2.
yeah, around there. You got a few more hours. So you could have some discussions. You could potentially go ahead and do some more stuff. Totally up to you.
Did Trinisa and Tamina come with us back to the tower?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
Well, that was
Interesting.
enlightening.
Yes.
On that note, or on some of the notes that were discussed, how are we on the census? Both the thin blood census and the general census.
General census, we've got, I think, total for the Toreador, I think we're roughly at about 15 to 17.
That's a lot.
Well, that's an increase from last assessment. Double.
Yeah. Yeah, actually,
Who's been birthing Toreador?
No, it's possible. We must also acknowledge the fact that it is possible
Immigration.
that we may be drawing those who may have been disenfranchised to a more stable and live-worthy environment.
Well, then they will have to present themselves at the announcement of the prince.
Eventually, yes.
Which
And then we'll
is
know for
probably the
sure.
next thing.
well, there are 15
Oh yeah,
Tremere.
yeah. We need to set something up there.
The Tremere we already had the census on, which was, what,
15.
15
Yeah, they
total?
usually keep the numbers tight. So.
Yeah. How the hell would that be?
Nosferatu, we haven't been able to really track down.
Well, we have a number of 7 here in my notes, and
Okay.
as far as I'm concerned, I triple that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I've still been keeping an eye out and reaching out in tabs on Malkavians and trying to find some of the ones who disappeared to let them know it's safe to come back.
Okay. You have probably about 5 or 6
Returned.
returned.
So that's okay. We're still down a bunch, but
Yeah. The Ventru, did we get a number for the Ventru?
Well, the last number was sitting around 7, but
Yeah.
I've been openly recruiting. So
Good.
As long as you weren't
come
openly
to
creating.
our city.
Right.
Come to Batty.
And the Thin Bloods have remained steady.
Apex Twin running through my head.
Could be
Okay,
worse.
Thin Bloods. Where did I make a note on that? I don't think I did. I'm sorry. It says too many.
There you go. So Thin Bloods are hovering right at this point around between 90 and 100.
They've gone down more.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we have
those are
sitting at
probably
250.
those are probably numbers that can be easily assessed, rather than there may still be scatterings. People untrusting or need
Yeah,
to be
but I don't see them
reminded.
hiding from Janice or Tamina for long.
And I assume that our fair scourge hasn't actually eliminated anyone.
No.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
And then, of course, the Banu Hakim
Just the 5 of us.
can always use more. No, I shouldn't say that. I think what we have is just the right number, because for any and all circumstances,
Yeah.
it's just right. What about La Sombra? Or do they pretty much hang out across the river?
Sombra have been pretty well hanging around the Baron. The Baron likes to keep them close.
A wise policy in the event.
Should have at
he's
least
La
one or
Sombra,
two, though.
so, yeah.
Well, yeah. As long as we
You
keep
get
track
the
of
feeling that he probably sends a couple over on a regular basis to visit. They're simply not a part of the official.
Emissaries, if you will.
Yes. Baron, yeah, no, he has. You have a
hanging
couple
out
of,
with Baron.
you have a couple of emissaries from Baron Hiram. They don't actually stay here most days. They come in, wander around, say hey, go back to Vancouver.
Sup?
How about ministry?
We need to find a PDX.
The ministry, there's about 4 or 5 of. Again, they tend to keep their numbers very, very close and low because it's easier to handle them.
What about Bruja?
What about the Hekata?
I don't think we have any Hakata.
No,
Hecata.
Hekata?
Hecata.
Hecate.
Hecate?
Yeah, plural, Hecate.
Hakata Tamata.
The formerly known as Giovanni.
No, not just Giovanni.
No, not just Giovanni.
Not just Giovanni.
Now they're Nagaraja.
Oh, yeah, let's not. Because,
We do not speak of that fight club.
And we don't have any Tsimichi.
that's all the dead
No,
plans.
Shimish.
That you know of.
Thank God.
Okay, so what about the Bruja and the Gangrel?
Gangle, you only have maybe 4, and it's difficult to track them down because they've actually headed out to towards
The native lands.
yeah,
Good.
Pussies.
Out towards Classic County, or
out. They're actually headed. Yeah, they're headed
oh
east.
shit,
Yeah.
out towards the Dalles and all.
Yep.
God, no,
That's fine.
fine by me.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Yeah, and so the Gangrel are
Bruja.
going points east.
Berger, the last
Bruja
one.
are what's happening to the Bruja? Are they sticking on or
Brew have been sticking on. There's about 5 or 6 of them.
okay? And,
That's half.
And no dragons, you say?
No
Shimish?
dragons.
Thank God, thank the gods for that.
I know what Samitsu is very useful.
Until one gets their hands on them, yeah.
Yeah, and?
Better you than me, mate.
Fair enough.
So,
Do we have an update on any of the other bump in the nights?
Oh yeah, supposedly we had 3 glasswalkers running around.
the 3 glasswalkers are still hanging around West Hills. You get the feeling that they probably went ahead and took very, very carefully and firmly escorted the Gangrel out of the West Hills and sent them east.
And packing east.
Any response to the
The
air
email?
gapped gift we sent them?
Of course not. They can't connect to anything with it.
No, it's only air gap till they open it.
Oh, no.
Nothing as yet. It's only been about, a week or so?
They're,
If that.
they're probably scrubbing it to make sure there's no viruses or anything worse.
Give it a week. they'll probably go ahead and send you something in return, or something will be posted that will be obvious.
I'll get this one call on the radio show. Awoo.
Wow.
Werewolf of Portland.
So yeah, you all back in, they're all settled in at the coin, and Tamina is still looking very quiet. Trinisa is looking concerned.
What's going on, girl?
They both seem to have something on their mind.
Tell us about it, Janet.
Trinisa she's like, that was a lot,
Uncomfortable?
to say the very least.
I would appreciate your analysis, other than uncomfortable, because there had to be a lot more to it than that.
I would not say that he threatened anything, but I would say that if the Thin Bloods are not kept in check, you may face a problem.
Well, they appear to be solving themselves at this rate, so...
I've been hearing on the streets that they are, the few that are left have been leaving. They don't feel comfortable. They don't feel as though they belong. They don't feel that they've been welcomed. And I don't blame them.
I don't blame them either. I know what that's like.
Out of our way to let them know that they were welcome and
You're talking about a group of people that were never made welcome to begin with from the get-go of their birth life.
I know. This doesn't mean I'm not trying.
That's completely fair. I'm just letting you know. On the positive side, they're not staying here. It means that it's less taxing on us to find them a space. Unfortunately, it may mean that it's more difficult for other cities.
Other cities that might be far less accommodating.
Yes.
Here, I thought we were doing a good job. We were making available spaces for them to live in.
It's been difficult to gather them, considering the last time that they were all gathered.
Remember that lovely little bonfire?
Everybody makes choices. So if they wish to choose something other than what we provide,
It is ultimately their choice. But I will continue to do my best to try and gain their trust as best as possible and get them set up. In the meantime,
Make it known they're invited to join us at Elysium at Jonathan's presentation.
of course, have you set a date?
I don't know, have we? I was thinking next week, personally, but hell, I'd be willing to do it tomorrow if we could put it together fast enough.
I don't think we can put it together quite that quickly.
This is Jonathan we're talking.
Yeah, there's still, we need to renovate the building. It's fairly run down.
He's a little Valiumed right now.
He's having a nap with Prince Valium.
He had a little bit, right, it was a lot this evening.
Yeah.
I am impressed he handled himself as well as he did.
I was very proud of him.
Proud of him the way you're proud of... The way you're proud of a puppy that doesn't piddle on the carpet. It's just...
I mean,
He didn't shat the bed.
No, he did not, nor did he piddle on the carpet, so we're doing okay.
sometimes you have to take what you can get,
Yeah, really.
you know. Tamina just shakes her head.
So she's gonna And we'll
us
go
for
in the
your
other room
thoughts.
and start getting changed out of the wear.
Okay.
In the process, pulling out the concealed pistols, making everything up, putting it where it needs to go.
That tracks.
Amazing.
I've
Really.
got other little tricks up his sleeve.
George tries to get me to carry something, and it just doesn't sit right.
It ruins
You
the
know.
lines of your suit.
Yeah, didn't have any
Right.
lines there. So it's either an impressive gun, an impressive dress, or an impressive person.
Little column A, little column B, a lot of column D.
Yeah. Allie, you get a text message
Okay.
from Mort. Scuttlebutt says that there's a book that's been making its way round through most of the Camarilla states. Something to do with recipes of some sort.
I think I know what book that
A couple people keep wandering through different areas. He's like, do you know anything about it?
I think I know what book that is.
Wandering through our society or otherwise?
Oh, definitely our society. Apparently there's some big kerfuffle about 4 years ago or something like that down in LA about it. I don't know. Anyway, if you hear anything about it, let me know. Apparently there's a couple people who could pay, or who would be willing to pay some fairly decent money for that.
And there's a couple that I wouldn't sell it to, no matter how much money they offered.
Say what recipes they were, just so I can make sure I grab the right book.
Something about thin bloods? I don't know.
Thin blood alchemy recipes.
Oh, different cookbook. Okay.
I'll look it up. Send.
Okay.
Have we gotten any response from the missives we sent out to the various cities that were on that list? LA, Atlanta, I think Florida, Tampa was one of them. Phoenix was another.
You did get a
Oh,
missive.
New York.
You did get a missive back from LA, from the undisputed Baron of
Of course. Yeah.
the Valley.
Yeah.
He said, "What the? Didn't we just defeat these guys? What the fuck?"
Rats from a sinking ship.
Right. You haven't heard anything else from anybody else, though.
Okay.
So, Tamina gives a huge sigh, looks at all of you. I appreciate you coming this evening. And I appreciate your statements.
Merely speak truth.
He's difficult.
Well, I'm getting a bit of a Spock and Sarek vibe here.
I shamed him by not doing my job when Thera was still here. I didn't do what was expected of me.
You were the only one who did do your fucking job when Thera was here.
Not enough. Obviously.
Okay. Well, you know, there's just no pleasing some people.
Baba is set in his ways.
That is a word you could use.
It sounds like the gentleman is very set on, and is of a similar mind to myself when it comes to assigning responsibility, blame, those kind of things. And that's pretty typical of somebody who is as most likely ancient as he is. So if he is upset with the way you handled yourself years ago, that was years ago. You've turned a page. It's a new season. Let's move forward together in a better place. One without his influence.
That's true. You have been given, whether realize it or not, a great gift.
And quite honestly, between the people here, he's petty. The way he did it, I mean, we've all been there. Well, maybe I know you're awfully young yet, but we've all been there
No,
when it
I've-
comes to being released.
No, I've been there. Trust me.
When it comes to being released, it is sort of a shock to the system. But the way he did it, it was petty. And I don't want to say it was cruel because I've seen cruel. And for me, it was, well, telling of his character.
Thank you.
And also understand that I don't believe there's a single person in this room who believes that you are not worthy of respect or lacking
or
any
more than
ability.
capable.
And as far as I'm sure everybody in this room will say, you are a needed part of our society. Very much needed. So this is just one of those situations that has come to pass. And a lot of people like to throw that word around. Nobody really understands what it means. Come to pass.
I think I could sum it up in one very simple phrase. Fuck it, drive on.
It did seem to be that that just popped into my head, yeah. So, yeah.
Then our words mean what they mean. You're understanding what we're saying.
Indeed.
And for that, I am thankful. Because I don't want to see you leave in despair. I don't want to see you leave. So understand, you have purpose here. And that purpose is for the greater glory of what we are doing here. So, definitely.
Get a big lighter.
Not
Sorry,
on
Mike.
me.
my God.
What?
Am I proselytizing again? Do you need to?
No. What are you looking for?
She finds one, fix it. Kumbaya.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Kumbaya.
What's this?
Put it out before you set off the sprinkler.
So,
What yourself?
Have I not taught you anything?
if I've hung around you long enough,
Flashlight.
I believe this works.
It's
Is it?
this way.
It's this
yeah,
way?
That way.
This way?
There you go.
That way.
That's,
all right.
So you haven't spent enough time in Italy.
Oh no, I understand them. Just don't align with them.
Sorry, the air was a little thick. It needed some lightning.
that's yeah.
Little thinning out.
Yeah,
All right. Well, in that case, I think I'm going to head
game you're
out
talking about.
and figure out next moves and see what I can do to maybe get some more Thin Bloods to sign on to some of these apartment complexes.
Okay. While you're doing that, we need to get this thing planned for Jonathan's coming out party. His quinceañera.
Excellent.
That's been
Oh my God.
I don't know.
It's his bar mitzvah. Get it right.
He strikes me as having been out in quite a while.
But
Yeah.
one point, think of it this way. He didn't do the release you, like kick you out kind of release you. He gave you your free will.
Yeah.
And also, being released really means he is of no concern. Do as thou wilt, as long as it does no harm. Oh, unless
Thank you, Mr.
necessary.
Crowley.
So, yeah, if it's needed, then please harm with all
Do
intention.
prudence.
Alrighty. Well, then in that case, I'm going to go and get some people signed up for an apartment.
All right.
Excellent.
All right.
Keep us posted.
Definitely.
Sweet.
She leaves. Trinisa looks at all of you. Thank you.
Whatever for.
The other reason that he
I
was
gathered.
petty.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You think?
I know.
I don't condone such feelings. I don't condone such prejudices, but a leopard can only change his spots so much. An ancient leopard, not at all. It is what it is.
It is.
Now, are you two talking again?
Working on it.
Glad to hear it.
We'll see what happens in the next few weeks. You know, a wintertime ball might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, but let's get him announced first. We could do that as a separate thing.
Yeah,
The sooner it's out there, the better.
midwinter kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, like around Yule, or?
Sometime. Well, okay. So if we were to,
It would be fitting to be done on the longest night.
Dude, there's some interesting
Not in that
ramifications.
way, darling.
No, exactly in that way.
yeah,
Yeah, think about
100%.
it.
The forever night, on the longest night, we prove that we've beaten it. That ought to stick in a few Sabat bishops' craws.
Although their time of the year is coming up sooner than that. So.
At least they like to think so anyway.
We just
No,
can't
that
do it.
would be
Go
fitting.
We should announce it before the actual.
No, announced before, however, having his
His first
official
release.
coming out party.
And we can make it a grand ball too.
Make it his debutante debut.
Oh, he'll love that.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna
He's thrown so many parties. He's thrown so many parties.
Yes, but
How
he's
often
never
is he-
been the Muppet before.
That's what I'm saying. How long has it been since that he was the center of the party without orchestrating it? If he was the purpose of the
I
party,
think he's
not the
somebody's more than
facilitator.
one person's put this in. He's been a Muppet before.
I started calling him Mitt a long time ago. At this point, so
Wow.
Wow.
Man.
Oh.
Keep feeding the straight lines.
Right.
but
About the
yeah,
only thing that's straight.
a nice longest nights ball, you know,
go.
of some kind would be appropriately epic. And then, I'm sure we can, between the group here, we could rent out the biggest, securest, flashiest, whatever needs be met.
Oh, I thought that was part of what we were trying to do with Montgomery.
I might know a few tricks about that too.
Oh yeah.
No pocket dimensions, please.
Yeah, please. Yeah. I've heard enough about pocket dimensions.
The Fae.
No pocket dimensions.
No Fae,
Well,
No fae.
nothing with a
no
heartbeat.
wraiths, fucking no hunters. You invite one of those
Do I look
two.
like I have amateur written on my fucking hat?
You invite one of the two. We're going to get the third.
I'm not inviting any of them.
Okay.
What do you think I'm writing it down for?
God.
And then, so announce as soon as possible. Praxis is secure. The Primogen is secure. We have a sheriff. We have a scourge.
Harpy.
Well,
We have a seneschal.
we have a seneschal. The harpy, I was going to.
I'd say I
We can
assumed
sing
that,
that
that was your
I would
thing.
love to take that position.
I've got
Because
no
quite
problem with that.
honestly, the harpy knows, well, quite honestly, about all of the kindred transactions. So I'd be keeping the books of the city about who owes who what when.
That's why Mouse was so good at it.
Did you spit on the floor?
No, that looked like an involuntary convulsion.
Ah,
Some should remain dead.
Okay, so Montgomery Park, you guys wanted to do. Who was going to lead the acquisition of and subsequent?
Well, you got something up your sleeve there?
Are we Rochambeauing for
The
this?
night we decided that was the place, I put it in a bed.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Okay.
Okay. All right. Well,
We're just going to buy the building.
That's what I meant. I did.
Oh, okay. All right.
I was going to say, if both of you did it, let's rollies.
Oh, no. I distinctly remember you making a note that you were going to go ahead and just buy the venue.
Okay.
And now that's in foreclosure, oddly enough, oops. Gee, I wonder how that happened.
Maybe say.
Let's see
We
here.
really should just establish a LLC type account so we can stop shoveling money out of our own pockets for some of this stuff.
The problem is who are we going to get to fill the coffers?
There's ways of doing it.
Oh, by the way, you want your black card back? You handed it over. Think of it as the goodwill effort.
Cancel.
Here you go.
There is a penalty. Oh, no, it's fine now.
I don't need it.
No, just cut it. Do it as a thing.
It's going to be framed. The title of this particular piece of art, Lancaster's Downfall.
Mount it right above the.
Actually, no, Lancaster's Shame. You know?
Mounted on the wall inside the penthouse.
There you go.
I was going to make some quip about the Tin Man and a heart, but you know.
I mean, you know.
Well, just as long as you got enough oil. Everything's going to be okay.
Enough lubrication makes everything work. Makes everything fit right.
Well, slide together appropriately.
Moving along.
No
All right.
friction issues.
So, in the coming few weeks, with the purchase of Montgomery Park, you should be able to get the majority of it up to code within, I would say, probably about a month. During that period of time, and it's not a horrible thing. You will need to go ahead and funnel quite a bit of money into it.
I'm not paying this completely out of my pocket.
I can cover most of it.
I can dig up some crypto somewhere.
It's worth nothing.
They still do that?
Oh, yeah, they do.
NFTs are
Weird.
dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, the
Yeah, NFTs are dead.
NFTs were a non-starter.
Yeah.
Well, they yeah.
We're just not doing FTX is all.
Let's just say pump and dump.
Yes, that.
Wait a minute. No, that's not. It wasn't meaning
Wow.
like that.
Wow.
It's a.
It's a legitimate crypto term.
No, I know.
It's a bank term. We use it all the time. I mean,
We are
no, I
not
wasn't.
talking to the SEC. As long as the SEC isn't aware of it.
No, I thought you were pulling some sexual thing again.
I was going to make an Andrew Dice Clay comment, but you know,
Oh,
See, I told you.
but yeah, the pump and dump of that industry was.
Yeah.
Well, let's just say I made money.
Good for you.
In the meantime, Evelyn does continue to try and reach you.
Well, the first time that I'm alone.
Okay.
Okay. First time I'm alone, I'll be. I will go ahead and send a very terse message. If you can't handle it on your own, you're safe here.
And responses?
So then that'll be it.
Okay.
So
All right. Okay.
sounds like I can use another venture.
More venture.
Diana contacts you
Oh, goody. How does she contact me?
via messenger,
Of course she does. All right.
because that's how you do.
Of course, yes. And I presume the courier's waiting for a tip?
Yes.
Of
don't
course.
take any
it
with
is.
nickels.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. All right. And then peel off a couple $5 bills, and I'm like, give them like $10 in tip.
Okay.
Take the message.
Perfect.
Is she waiting for a response?
Yes, she is awaiting a
Okay.
response.
Invite the courier to have a seat. Would you like something to drink? I can offer you a glass of water, maybe a cup of tea.
Tea would be good, thanks.
All right. And so I'll whip a cup of tea because I'm smart. I'm starting to keep food in the house again now.
Here you go, see?
Because
Yeah.
I brew the tea while the tea is brewing because it's loose leaf in a proper pot. Because I'm British. Mm-hmm. So read the message, and it says,
Oh.
oh dear. Can I get a copy of this after?
It's just 3 words.
Oh shit.
Who is Felicity?
funny you mentioned that name, because that's going to
I'm
be
sure
nice,
those are
actually.
2 words that you'll use in your response.
You going to reach out to anybody on that one? You going to phone a friend?
Could get your ass out of trouble. Hey, did you ever make up your mind?
Oh, I got pages of making up my mind. Thank you very much.
Oh, dear gods.
Yes. All right. Pen of response. Potential prospect. And then just leave it at that. Hand that back to the courier. Another $10, cup of tea.
Okay, and he leaves?
Did he at least leave? Did he take the cup with him?
No.
Okay, good.
Surely cup in it.
No, it's something you can pull info from. Not yet.
God, this is not going to end well. This is not going to end well at all. All right. Make sure all my affairs are in order now.
Okay, and what are you going to do?
What time is it?
About 3:30 in the morning.
It's a little too late for a come to Jesus right now.
Yeah. Gonna wait for the next
Felicity's
night?
still in the country, or does they go back to Egypt?
Do you want to find out?
Well, like a plaster, best to rip it off. No point in prolonging the agony.
Okay, how do you find out?
Well, we'll start with the most anodyne way currently. Send a text.
Okay.
You know,
On that note, did she ever take advantage of the the business card / email address I gave her when I talked to her?
No.
yeah, when you essentially broke down her door,
I didn't break down her
or
door.
break down the door.
I didn't
No.
break it down at all.
Didn't break it down at all.
You showed up anyway. Turned up.
Yep. No.
Okay, send a text. Yeah, something simple. What would be a good way of? Is everything okay? Simple enough.
Took you a fucking week to text me.
Takes about 25-30 minutes. You see the ellipses going back and forth. Stop.
For 20 minutes.
Going back and forth. Stop.
Yep.
Going back and forth again. And you're sitting there watching this and you're like, oh, this is going to be bad.
Oh yeah.
Single word response. No.
Single word response. Understandable.
Did I tell her that I went to talk to Felicity?
No other response.
That's right.
Kind of figured. I owe you a conversation. Send.
Another 25 minutes worth of ellipses.
Yep. By now it's about 4:30. It's getting close to dawn here pretty soon.
Response. Yeah, you do.
Yes, I do. Are you free tomorrow night? Send.
Not sure.
Understandable.
I'll let you know.
Understood.
Okay. You let anybody else know about any of this at this
She's
point?
not terribly bright. Well, those two already know about it. This guy would have my head on a pike if he found out about it.
No,
Do you
not
let
your
them
head.
know about this particular conversation, however?
No, they don't need to know about it just yet.
Okay. All right. So we are going to move on to. Anybody else have anything to?
I was going to want to
Sure.
start the ball rolling for financial acquisitions necessary to fund said event.
Oh, yeah.
And some of the fundage that we acquired from Mr. What's his name?
Meyer.
From Mr. Meyer is a charitable donation has been put towards the renovation of the Montgomery Ward building, or the Montgomery Park building.
Park building.
Sorry, can you say Montgomery? I think Wards.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm old.
Monkey Wards.
Monkey Wards.
Yes, Monkey Wards.
So
Yeah.
when it comes to a roll for that, do you want to, how much, or do you want to, how do you want to handle it?
Go ahead and do 2 percentage dice for me.
Do you,
Okay.
Determine what percentage you end up going ahead and putting toward.
Oh, okay. You want to do that one?
do you,
What?
do you want some help with that at all, or?
Well, yeah.
Okay. I can throw in on it too. if you
Yeah.
want.
Well,
I mean, I got to do something while I'm waiting those half an
Sure.
hour between response.
I'm just like my finance skill plus I'm specialized in large money transactions.
Oh yeah. Yep. I'm helping with the paper trail.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
There we
Cool,
go.
cool,
All right. So, money. What would you like for Elisa to roll?
Legitimacy.
Legitimacy. Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of that money can come from dark places.
Of
Yes.
course.
So-
Ooh, well, then that means I can throw subterfuge in on that, huh?
Yeah, you, I would say
So
technology, let's see here. It'd be intelligence, technology, and
remember
let's
your
do a
number.
bit of larceny if you have it.
I happen to have some larceny too.
There you go.
Hey, all right.
and for me,
For you, I would say,
assume finance.
yeah, intelligence, and then finance and politics, probably.
Or well, I've got my financial influence I can throw at it too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we can do that. Look at there, big-handed roll. So
Finally got
proud.
that big hand roll.
There you go.
I didn't come in what I do best.
There we go.
Technology
Oh, very good.
and larceny.
Okay, so anything above a 6, right?
Yes.
That is not above a 6.
You can choose to re-roll
However-
failures with a spend of a willpower
As long as they're
point.
not blood die.
Well,
long as
I
they're not
only
a wood,
rolled
though.
I only rolled one of them below 6.
Okay.
2 of them were 10s.
Okay, that's
Okay.
4.
All right, but one of them was on my blood die.
So it's a messy critical.
So it's a messy crit. You are going to throw a shit ton of money and be very good at it.
But how legitimate is
Yes.
Let's take a look.
it? As you roll your large sum of
Let's
dice.
see here. There's 1, 2, 6, 7. You know, I'm just going to stop at 7.
I believe that we have what is called a legitimate cover story.
No, those funds weren't redirected from humanitarian aid. No,
absolutely.
That's
not at all.
perfectly fine.
What?
Perfectly
It's all
acceptable.
fine here. How are you?
Who says what about the World Food Program? I have no idea what you're talking about.
What?
What?
We need to throw a party.
What? Party? Who do you think we are, the Republicans?
So I'll send a message to the group probably at the beginning of the next day.
Okay.
You know, just saying thanks to Alyssa. Elisa. Thanks to I spell it right.
Yeah, you spelled it
So thanks to Elisa, we are fully funded for whatever we need, and it looks all legitimate. I do suggest the rest of it go to a nonprofit of some sort,
There you go. Good
There you
idea.
go. Okay.
Good. That makes
namely
it
the World
possible.
Food Bank,
Sure.
because that's probably where it came from. A little overshare on the text message.
It didn't
At least
actually.
he's,
It didn't
at
actually
least
come
he's
from
using
the
the
UFA.
text.
Right?
It didn't actually. Come
George
from
didn't
the
write
UFA.
that.
Yeah, no.
I stole it
So
from the
proud.
Sox.
Yeah, George got to the point faster.
Right. So, Alex, you have, because you have connections with the mayor's office, you also have connections to get all of your permits
Yay.
in fairly quickly, and you have several different contractors that you can bid. So, again, you should be able to go ahead and get this done probably in about 3 to 4 weeks. Reasonably speaking, once all of the permits are filed and processed, which with your connections should only take about a week, so.
I'm going to push for a day.
Yeah, let's not ask for miracles.
Yeah, no. I would say,
Half a week.
yeah. So you're looking probably roughly at about beginning to mid-December to have everything completely ready and dusted for Montgomery Park building to be ready for Elysium opening.
Okay.
So then,
So we're on the next day, right?
Yes. Let's everybody go ahead and roll hunger, please.
Yay, I passed this time.
Woohoo!
Yay, I passed.
guess
You
who
did
over-
not.
Nope.
guess who overspent himself?
Oh dear.
I'm exceptionally hungry. I'm the one who rolled a 1.
Oh.
Well, you got people for
I
that.
got people for that, though.
You woke up cranky.
Yes, I just...
Messy Critical will do that to you.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
so much money went to somebody other than me. Oh my God.
That's a full-on fangry right there.
I can't believe I spent money on something other
Well
than
done.
myself.
Oh my God, it hurts. I feel so empty inside. I can only fill it with the soul of another creature.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, my inner beast is
Your inner beast is like,
Yeah.
God, how did you spend that much money? What's the matter with you?
I see. I may have broke people. So,
Oh my goodness.
but yes, I will take a round. I do have.
A herd.
You do have a herd.
Do you have
Just checking how much. Oh yeah, because herd is a number of bodies per dot, right?
Yes.
So. Yeah, I got 5 dots.
I think you're good.
Yeah,
You-
or 4 dots. 4 dots.
I think you have a pick of several different people that
So
might be
I
available
can
to you.
come sated, but not. Everybody's always got that little bit of hunger.
Oh yeah.
No reason to dive into that because, as I understand, you gotta, all
Got to control.
There's a whole thing.
Keep
about it.
control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just a little bit off of 1 or 2 people.
Sure.
Maybe 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So next day comes and you wake up to a text message
Okay.
from Felicity.
Okay. And it reads.
Let's meet Powell's Coffee Shop.
Okay. What time?
9 p.m.
When does Powell's close?
11.
11 o'clock.
Doesn't close for
Okay.
people like us.
That's true
Especially the rare
too.
book room.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Smells.
You gonna tell us?
To all the books.
Yes, this time I will tell you.
All of us.
Okay.
Actually, yes.
Oh,
A nice
God.
polite cover story. Am meeting with a friend will be delayed for a few hours. My apologies.
Direct back. Don't go alone.
Direct back. What did you decide?
Direct back, TBD.
Direct back. Dumbass.
To everybody, smiley face.
At least it was a smiley face eggplant sploosh.
Yes, and
Some things just don't translate in a.
yes, and
He hasn't gotten that far
yes,
yet.
and reply back to Lancaster. Hey, you're learning how to text. Yay.
I did it by myself.
Oh, goody.
All right.
Your old venture is growing up.
Yay. They grow up so fast.
Right. So you're going to go.
This time remember to wear blush of health.
Might be a good
Yes,
idea.
I only make that.
Do you answer the don't go alone?
Yeah, yes, fine.
You can-
Volunteers?
Sure.
Was
Not
that to
it.
everybody? Was that to everybody?
No, just those two. Well, actually, I don't know if you want to come by.
Yeah, I'd love to come. It's been a while.
No, just to those two. Oh my God. Up to Powell's, that's fine.
Yeah, I haven't been to Powell's in a long time.
Just don't harsh my bud, man.
Oh, no, I never yuck anybody's yum.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay.
Don't just. You may not see me, but I'll be there.
Fine. Yeah, don't harsh my buzz, Sam.
Oh no. Just don't be a dick.
Don't fuck up.
Thanks for the votes of confidence.
You're welcome.
Twat.
She's gonna make use of her disguise specialty and show up as not her.
Okay.
As which not you are you this time?
You won't know.
You won't know.
Good, yes, okay, good, that's fine. The less I know, the better.
All right.
And I'm sitting in the cafe with a large book on tax law. And
Actually, they would. Powell's has that actually.
Yes, yes, they do.
large book on tax law, probably something obscure like maritime tax law.
Are you? Oh, so you're looking at U.S. code then?
Well, I was shipping and stuff. So, he's got a
always
book, he's got
important.
a nice cup of coffee sitting right next to him, and he's actually drinking from it the entire time.
Pretending to drink.
Well, no, you see his throat flex.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes. All right.
No sign of anything other than I'm reading a tax book and sipping coffee.
There you go.
Well, that is kind of enough to kill you.
Yes. Approach the table with a couple of cups of hot tea.
Okay, yep, she's there.
Senses
She's,
are turned on. Heightened senses are up.
okay.
In a crowded bookstore cafe.
Wow.
In monofocus.
Okay.
You can monofocus. It does take a little bit extra, but you can do it. 9 p.m. is not as crowded, especially the weather recently has not been all that great. So while definitely, inside venues have been preferable because of the rain, by 9 p.m. when it's getting darker out,
Yeah. Plus, it's school started again.
Yeah, it's not a school night.
Yeah.
Maybe that
Although
should be
you're
your real question.
There's probably a bunch of university kids in there trying to.
there are a bunch of university kids in there. Yeah,
They're
always.
Yeah, they're especially the post grads
Yeah.
get in there trying to get their thesis going.
One sitting in the corner, just sipping her tea, reading her book,
Okay.
listening.
Felicity is very, very public. Pretty much in the center. She found a very public, very centrally located table.
Don't blame them at all. Sit in such a way that if they need to bolt, fine.
Okay.
Okay.
She leans back.
Cup of tea.
Sure.
Black or green?
Black.
Black.
So,
Where would you like me to start?
oh,
Perhaps before we do, let me preface this. I will try to answer as many of your questions as I can, but given the public nature of this, there are lots of questions I cannot answer, and there are some questions that you're probably better off not knowing the answers to. Can you accept that?
I guess I don't have a choice.
You've always got a choice, but I want to make sure that you're aware of it.
You took my choice away when you told me.
I panicked. I'm young, I'm stupid, I'm not that bright. I panicked. Nobody's ever confessed to me like that before, at all.
All right. So,
So I guess we start. Did you want to start at the beginning then?
I mean, how far back does that go?
1992? No. No, not quite. No, not that far back. So just kind of look around and then are people listening?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, there's
So-
there's several. It is peripherally noisy enough that no one else that seems to be human at this point is really paying attention.
Okay. So, all right. Well, I guess we start with the fact that I was assigned male at birth. I am from Liverpool. I was
Okay.
born in 1985.
Okay.
So when my parents found out, they threw me out. I was about 14. Made me way to London. I learned how to lie, learned how to steal, sold my body, did what I had to do. I was taken in by someone I thought at least didn't dislike me. I was given food, shelter, my HRT. Just took care of all of that. And then, whatever she saw in me, something interested her. Maybe I am smart enough. Maybe it's all just books and cleverness. But I was brought across. But for what's it worth? For what it's worth, I do like you a lot. I never wanted to hurt you, but I did anyway. I don't expect you to ever forgive me.
I just... So up until... I get everything up until... up until being taken in. I get all of that. That I get. I understand that. Not a problem. Kind of lot haven't, I mean, it's sort of like being told suddenly that, you know, well, no, I guess kind of, no, yeah. It's like being told that God actually suddenly came down and decided to go ahead and actually do anything, and it's real. It's really not quite right, and that's a lot to take in, because, no.
Like I said, I'm really not very bright. Not like this. I never interpersonal communicate. No, I never learnt a lot of this, any of it.
What did you think was going to happen?
I don't know. I don't think that far ahead. Honestly, I don't. Never expected any of it. I'm flying by the seat of my pants here. And now you're in danger because I was fucking stupid.
So what am I supposed to do? I mean, this is a lot. How I feel about you has not changed. It's just made things more complicated. And
Yeah. You know?
see, I thought complications were what you got just between humans who went ahead and, you know, had differing understandings of who they were inside. This is not a differing understanding of who you are inside. This is something completely different.
Maybe not.
I'm sorry, the last time that I checked, it wasn't because somebody else went ahead and bit you on the neck that turned you into something completely different.
It wasn't on my neck, it was a bit lower down.
I didn't need to know that.
Like I said, Lisa's not
Sip
very
of the
smart.
tea.
As you're looking at Lancaster, you can see he's been reading the same page this entire conversation.
Open up that screen just in
535 million,
case.
535,000.
Lancaster's
Nope, 535,000.
page flips on its own.
Yes.
Starts reading it backwards for some reason.
Now we're gonna try reading the book upside down. Let's see if that makes any more sense.
No.
We can edit that part out.
No.
No.
We're going to keep it.
Okay, cool. Good. So, well,
Being trans, I can understand. I get that. I don't get this. This is like being told that fairies are real. Please
Well,
don't
you
tell me
know.
fairies are real. I don't like that response at all.
I can't confirm that.
I really am having a problem here.
It's just a different type of transition.
Sure, Yeah, there we go.
Every time Lancaster keeps reading the same paragraph over and over again, the page automatically flips for him from the other side of the table. Because
Has he noticed it yet?
Nope.
He's kind of busy.
You're busy spying.
Processing.
Yeah. Yes.
Loading screen
end result
continues.
counter to input data.
Okay, so how am I? What happens at this point? I don't understand. Because I mean I know some things, but that's mostly, Hollywood, whatnot, and it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean,
It's almost like I'm looking disappointed at tax law.
aren't we all?
Eat the rich.
We are tasty.
If I'm and you're, then how?
You're my what?
Well, that's a good question. What exactly is it?
What do you want it to be?
I don't know. I don't know what the options are.
Text.
Okay.
I'm just going to text, do you want input? Leave it and send it. My phone's on silent, but
It's probably bad form to look away right at this moment.
well, if you're smart, you put your phone in eye view.
Actually, that's not. Yeah. Okay. Yes. 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 Oh my God.
Text back.
Can-
Option 1. If she's completely uncomfortable and isn't going to deal with it, we can adjust her memory to where she will still have her opportunities. She'll still be part of the Egyptian dig. She just will not remember you or who the benefactor is. Option number 2, we wipe her memory from all of it. Option number 3, you can ghoul her. Option number 4, start cultivating her as an apprentice so that your stupid French bitch won't fuck with her. Option 4,
Option 5.
or option 5, eat her.
Eater.
Parenthesis, not the preferred option. Close parenthesis.
You respond back.
Evil smiley face.
Uh-huh, that's what I thought. All right.
I'll actually look like I'm using my phone as a calculator and send a message saying, advice? Question mark?
You could always use advice. All right. I can bring you in. There is a way that you remember most of this, just not all of it. I don't think I said that right.
What do you mean most of this, but not all of this?
You forget that I am what I am. Nothing else changes, just this.
Okay.
I bring you across.
You don't turn straight to bring you close. The hipster college student in the corner just winces a little bit.
Furiously text back. You said I could
You get
stop
another-
cultivating me.
I said to a charge line, yes, apprentice, not turn her.
Hey, you get another text with like capital letters now. Advice? Question mark? Question mark?
WTF?
sounds like the chair across from Lancaster got kicked. Walk up.
Oh, as
you
I
don't-
reached my thigh, and I was like, obviously it was a Charlie horse.
You don't see anything, but you can tell there's somebody kind of breathing right at your ear. Like, tell her not to panic because there's somebody who's going to talk with you.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
And of course, the text you get from me is exactly the same thing that you received from Alexandra, but in a different order. But honestly, it starts with kill her. And then goes to the least severe.
The reverse.
And he doesn't include any of the mind wiping. It's kill her, ghoul her,
Bring her in.
Bring her in.
bring her in.
So are you going to tell her not to panic? And that there's going to be another voice?
I think there's probably enough mind fuckery going on right about now. We can spare that for the moment.
You can say that out loud?
No.
Then how's she going to know that that's what you're thinking?
I am now very confused.
We're talking player to player right now. Okay.
Felicity is now looking at you very concerned.
Because your phone is.
Blowing up.
My phone is blowing up. Yes.
Are you okay? Do you need a minute? Is this not as important?
No. Oh God.
I don't know. I don't understand what you mean by I don't think I'm ready for that.
Okay.
I don't want to. I don't know. What?
You get another text from Lancaster. It says, "Don't make me make your choices."
Oh my God.
You're an asshole. I'm just saying.
Wow, I thought that was directed this way.
We already know you're an asshole.
I know. I was like, oh, I'm fine. You know, oh, good. I'm doing the right thing.
Why is this going that way?
And so am I.
I'm fine. Yeah. Ain't roleplay drama great? I'm glad I threw that.
She's going to stand up with her take her tea in her coffee cup and walk over to the table next. I don't know if you're there, so I'm going to try not to run into you. Just going to walk up, pull up a chair, sit down, and just start reading.
You'll get a whisper in your ear saying, you have 3 options you can give her. You can have her forget everything. You can have her remember everything but what you've told her about you. Or you can offer to tell her more information, but she has to understand that that would bind her to you in those words, or you're going to fuck up some more.
That was yeah.
So, I mean, what are you trying to tell me? Because it seems like you're dancing around a whole bunch of information without actually telling me anything.
And because the both of us are already in enough trouble as it is. Okay? I allow me to repeat this. The more you know about what's going on, the more in danger you are. Okay?
Yeah, I got that from the very beginning, and then I got absolutely nothing.
Yes.
Give her the options.
So there. I thought I already did.
You did.
I did.
But you didn't give them clearly.
Yeah, that's true.
You gave her 2 options. She could either forget everything except for you,
Yeah.
or you could bring her across.
Bring her across.
Yeah, bring her across, which implies turning her.
Yeah.
Dumb move.
So, yeah, done. I know. Well, she doesn't know that yet. Okay, so at this juncture, There are three not ideal courses of options.
Oh, good. Okay. Great.
Okay, so
I'll knock my coffee off the table for a second, just watch it fall to the ground, watch it splash everywhere and ignore it.
not helping. Not
Well, as soon
helping.
as somebody comes over to clear it up, I'm gonna look them straight in the eyes.
Jesus Christ.
No.
Yeah, okay. Oh God. Okay. So we can make it so that you forget everything. I mean, everything about this.
Okay.
You go back to your old life, which I don't want to see that happen. I've seen where you are, I've seen what you've become, what you've accomplished. I don't want that to happen. We can modify what you do know. Okay, you're still where you're at. You still have the chance to go on. You just remember things differently. Or I can give you a test.
You can hear an audible eye roll.
Look, see, like I said, Elisa's not terribly bright in this regard. She's a researcher, not a politician.
You can give me a taste.
The hipster college girl sitting at the table, since there's multiple chairs at these tables, that sat down, just picks up her phone,
Okay.
starts typing.
What do you mean by a taste?
And as soon as the guy comes
That's-
over to clean up the coffee, I'll lean over and say, please refill the drinks for the ladies at that table. And when you do that, put a scoop of rat poison in both their cups.
Okay.
I probably heard that.
Well, yeah, with your heightened senses, I wouldn't
Yeah.
guess.
No.
She's typing, she's like,
As a human, he has
No chance to
no chance to resist. He just kind of nods at you. Okay.
I'll
Typing
leave the
furiously.
towel, I'll take care of it.
don't let her take the drinks that are about
And
to
you
be
actually see him take the towel, and he's like, I take the towel and I start cleaning up the mess I made.
Would it be outside the realm of possibility to continue this conversation in a less public place?
I don't know that I'm comfortable being in a less public place with you.
She wouldn't be alone.
You get a text message, refills incoming,
This is after the.
with a solution.
Yeah, and I'm looking at like two different messages. What the?
And I don't have a happy look on my face at all.
Would I have been able to see, since I'm saying right
You can
over
see
your
the
shoulder,
text.
You can see the text, yeah.
get whispers?
And
I'm
Do it.
a young man comes up. Ladies, this was
She
provided
stands
to
up
you.
quick. She stands up quickly and bumps into the guy just spilling the drinks all over. Oh my God! I'm like so sorry. Oh my God! I can't believe. Oh Jesus! Look, you got. What the hell, dude?
Dude, you really?
Oi!
Felicity is covered. And
She tried to
apparently
do it in
I'm
such a way
going
that it
home.
wouldn't- She tried to do it in such a way that it wouldn't splash onto Felicity since it is poisoned.
Well, hey, it's just.
Do we want to roll a
Yeah, go ahead.
Roll. I think that's a
Dex.
Dex.
dex and what?
Oh, that sounds like a little bit of subterfuge.
Yeah,
little
that
bit,
is subterfuge and Dex.
or athletics, one of the two.
Dex.
Dex.
It
Definitely.
is it is a purposeful push.
Spending willpower.
No, I hope so.
Okay.
One success.
One success.
Well, somebody's getting doused.
Yeah, I'll take the douse.
Yeah, I'll take
Yeah.
the douse.
Okay. Each of you gets some. Felicity also gets some.
Meanwhile,
Assuming Felicity's just checking herself out, she's gonna look directly at Elisa and go, or Alyssa and go, whatever. Get her. And just go.
And now I am going home. Because
God, what a fucking night, man! Jesus Christ!
I'll stand up and I'll say I really I must apologize to both of you. It's been a while since I've flirted with women in a public space, and I thought this thing is all obviously gone to mess, and I really do apologize. But all I can really ask you is to just forgive me, and then also do whatever she tells you to do.
Are you using presents?
No, dominate. Thank you very much. And then
God.
Do you have enough dominate for that?
yes.
Of course you do. Of course.
No,
Where's
no,
the Benny
of course
Hill
I can't.
song?
I don't have enough dominate to make sure that
Yeah,
that she would believe that it's her own idea. But I do have enough to say,
To plant the suggestion?
Yep.
Okay.
And as a human, she's not ghouled to anybody yet, which means she has no way of resisting that.
because I am a Ventru's Ventru.
Ventrue, yep.
He just glares at you.
And I walk off.
You're like, and we're done.
And then I think I'll send a text message as I'm walking out saying, I think the appropriate response is, look what you made me do.
My response
I got
is,
Taylor Swift in my brain.
Oh, goody.
Get stuffed. Do you need a ride?
Yes.
Okay.
Drop the keys to the Suburban tank.
Suburban tank.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
The Subaru, basically. The Suburban tank.
Scooby. Yeah, Suburban tank. Okay. All right, and I happen to recognize which tank it is.
Just a note,
Tank.
right? The only directive is do what she tells you to do. So the next time she tells her to do something, she has to do it.
She did. She said, "Come, do you need a ride?"
I didn't.
No, that was a question. It was not. It was not.
Not a directive.
It's not a directive.
Yes.
That's an inquisitive. So at that point, yeah,
Yeah,
we're
so
still in
directive is still
everybody's operating of their own accord at this point.
Yep.
Yes.
But you know the sound when
Yeah.
you hear it.
Yeah.
All right. Text me where you're parked, so I'm not wandering all over goddamn Portland looking for a car.
She just looks out the window.
This is
and it's right there on the street.
Okay.
Probably
this,
no
dude,
parking
this is
zone.
Portland. Do you know how many freaking Scoobies there are in town?
Yeah, but how many of them have that specialized license plate?
No, that's true.
True.
No, that's true. True.
Only a handful have specialized license plates, and only one has the words "bite me" on it.
Because of course it does. Oh, there it is. All right. Shall we?
Could have been a Subaru.
Sure.
And off we go.
Okay. You head back to her place.
Once they're out the. Oh, you already left, huh?
Yep.
She just sits
Bravo,
down.
ladies and gentlemen.
She just sits down and just does one of these, just knowing you're around somewhere. What the fuck?
Sure sounds like it got kicked.
Were we really this bad when we were young?
No.
I didn't think so.
I was too busy with my books.
So was Elisa. Remember where she came from?
All right. So you end up back at Felicity's apartment.
Turn on the tracker so I can see where the car goes.
Okay.
Yeah, because of course you do.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Felicity apartment, I believe we said was in
Northeast?
Yeah.
Northeast.
Yeah, it was northeast.
It was northeast, right around 18th to 20th.
Oh, I thought it was closer to Laurelhurst.
Oh, yeah. It was.
Yeah, Laurelhurst. Okay. Yeah.
The Belmont district, basically.
Belmont. Okay. Good enough.
Okay.
Okay.
So you end up.
I mean, you heard me say what I said.
Oh yeah.
She does not say a word to you the entire time. She is staring out the window.
Yep. I am going to take a chance.
Okay.
And, I mean, as pitiful as my own dominate is, and as fucked up as this is going to be, I want you to forget that I said anything to you about vampires.
Interesting.
So you got to compel coupled with a mesmerize.
Yep. You gotta.
Well, actually, it's submerged directive, but you know.
Yeah.
It's just Mesmerize Plus.
Okay. Dueling mesmerism. What?
So the proper answer was drink this. After opening
That's
your veins.
Not.
that's my
Yeah.
last to the last. No, actually, second to
Let's
last
see here.
resort.
So much for grooming her for being a ghoul.
Right?
We know she's defiant, so.
I don't. Ugh.
I'm more.
She's one of my touchstones. I don't want to do that. But I know I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
Oh, harsh.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah, that's gonna leave a mark.
Okay, are you doing this while you are driving?
No, I need to be able to make eye contact.
Yep.
Yep. So
In the
no,
driveway?
when we get back to when we get to her place.
Okay. Let's see here. So,
Yeah, it's probably gonna leave the stain anyway.
Okay.
Oh, that might be interesting.
All right. So you are doing a level 2 or level 3?
Well, I don't have either of those. I'm only at level 1.
Yeah. So all you can do is cloud memory
Yeah, and
Yeah, I mean, well,
Yeah.
compel.
Go back that far.
or compel.
Yeah, if you go
Yeah.
compel, right?
no, I don't have that.
The person must be able to complete the command in a single turn,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
and you can't just forget about everything in a blink.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Nope, it's not
Now,
a bad idea.
of course, the ST decides to interpret ambiguous commands, such as this might be, in an unexpected or unfavorable way. Alternatively,
I mean, the rule of cool.
yeah.
But it really sort of depends upon since you do not have the ability to actually make her forget, the best you can do is to cloud her memory from the, last few minutes.
Getting spilled on.
Yep.
Yeah. Which well, that doesn't do me any good, does it?
No.
Okay. Well, then we're not gonna. Well, I guess we just get to roleplay this out. Yay!
How fun.
Fun.
Yeah. So,
Oh, the dice were very, very unkind to me last week, or last time out. Oh, well.
all right.
Okay.
So you get over to the apartment,
Get to
park
the
the
place.
car.
Yeah.
She gets out, opens up the door. Do I have to invite you in?
I mean, it's polite,
have to invite me
but I mean, I don't have to. But
Fine, whatever. Come in.
okay. And I go.
Not why she was asking,
I know.
because movies.
Decorum. Come on.
Decorum.
Decorum.
That which she has -2 of.
Right?
Yeah. Right.
She goes in.
Rescue her.
She's like,
Oh,
I will be
follow
right back. I will be right back.
I'll be right here.
Disappears into her room, comes out about 15 minutes later, changed into sweatpants.
Yep.
And
still
t-shirt.
I'm still drenched in tea.
You're still drenched in poison.
It smells oddly sweet.
Yeah.
Do you need...
Yeah, a towel would be lovely.
Hold on. And she goes back
Gonna
in.
grab an Uber,
Okay.
take her with me.
Okay.
We're gonna go there. Then once we get out of the Uber, I'm gonna fire up Unseen Passage.
And
Okay.
of course, when you get there, you see a nice big Escalade, probably within a block.
Of
Oh
course.
my God, of course you do.
And then a little text message comes through with, let me know if you need anything. I'm here
She
for
comes
you."
back out with another pair of sweats and a t-shirt.
Thank you.
Yep. I'll be right back. She goes into her kitchen.
Go into the bathroom,
Okay.
change, dry off, soak the clothes.
Yep.
Soak 'em
Walk
in
up to the door.
Because practicality.
Soak them in the tub. Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
Walk up to the door. Still, heightened senses still on, so I can hear who's where. So I'm trying, debating if I'm going to open the door and go in or not.
Okay. You hear
You hear the tub running.
the tub running, and you hear Felicity in her kitchen, basically opening up the refrigerator.
Or somebody in the
Somebody in the opening up the refrigerator.
Yeah, somebody's
You
running
are
the tub. And
yeah.
somebody's in the kitchen.
You're guessing probably it's Felicity because there's no reason for
Elisa to be
Elisa to be rummaging around in a refrigerator.
with food. Yeah.
Suggestions?
Knock, knock.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Okay.
No, she would freak if she saw you.
Little
Why do you think she's
Little
still
text
unpassaged?
text message to the
Haven't
group.
come out of this crap.
Uh-oh, Lancaster's texting.
Texting the group. Can I come in too?
Unless you're doing unseen, unless
Oh, that's right. You're hidden and you're hidden.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just waiting patiently then.
Okay.
knock, knock.
You hear the refrigerator door close. Thump, 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 thump. Who is it?
A friend.
Kind of vague, isn't it?
She might recognize the voice.
Oh, from your last visit?
If she's
Cracks the door open.
The college hipster girl that also got splashed is standing there, but looks a little more familiar now that you actually look at her.
I'm sorry, do I know you? You
We've
look...
met.
I'm really good with... Hold on.
May I
Wait.
come in?
Let's see here. Let's see. Am I done?
What do you need?
Yep, I'm done. All right. I walk out.
You would see me at the door.
Yeah, I would. That's the girl from the restaurant.
You didn't recognize me?
You're in disguise, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't really paying attention to you. That was kind of the point, wasn't it?
My little sister's floundering.
I'm sorry, are they related to you?
She can't see her. She's invisible. Oh, referring to me. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Look at the eyes. Yeah, that's me older sister.
May I come in?
Are you familiar with the concept of found family?
Family? Yes.
Found family? Yeah.
Yeah, family.
Sure. Is that what the Yanks are calling it?
Friend family. Family.
Okay. New word to the English language.
I'm sitting here kind of soaked in poison.
Come
tea.
in.
Can I come in?
What?
Thank you. And she walks right in.
Oh my god.
Holds it open long enough for Aliana to get through, then closes the door.
Oh my god, this is the weirdest night ever. Why?
She peels off the sweater, but she still has a shirt under it. That I don't know if it soaked through. Did it soak through?
What kind of material is this one?
Nice thick wool type.
probably not a
Probably not
absorbent.
quite.
Not so much wool.
Yeah.
Wool's pretty absorbent.
It might be slightly damp, but not like
She's
soaked.
gonna peel the sweater off and
No,
Thank you.
not in the tub, because that'll shrink it. Lay it on the rack.
right. So she goes in, does what she needs to do, and puts it with her clothes. Comes back in and sits down.
Ouch.
Starts to sit down. Go shit. Adjusts, moves over a little bit, sits down.
Felicity by this time has popped open the beer that she got,
That
looks around. I didn't realize my couch talked. Took a nice big sip.
oh god.
Nope. Puts it down, goes back into the kitchen, grabs the bottle of Jameson,
No.
comes back out.
No.
Trust me,
No.
this is not a good night.
That's not going to help.
Well, it's certainly not going to harm.
Well, it's about to get weirder. Pass the beer.
Reach over, grab the beer, hand
One,
it over to the.
two,
You spoke, so
three.
that breaks.
Yeah,
that
which
breaks-
means she can see you.
Where in the... Why?
Don't ask.
What the fuck are you?
Oh my
Yeah, how
god.
does she look? That's
Yeah,
the question.
Okay, now
Does she look
Yeah,
all
you don't
Nazi?
have Mask of a Thousand Faces, do you?
No.
Do you?
Do you finally?
Oh, shit. No. Wrong
I
one.
was going to say, you didn't have it before.
No.
You're all potent, as far as I can tell.
Nope.
No.
You look like, oh shit, Count Orlok probably, or
Oh
something.
my god.
Not quite, but very, very pale and
No.
sharply angled and
Not quite. Kind of a
Not healthy.
cubist approximation of a human.
Kind of.
Okay.
Except sharp.
Except sharp. Okay, so cubist.
Sharp.
Oh, that's
No.
right. Yeah.
sharp.
begins.
And sharp.
And sharp, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So at this
Try
point,
to
I'll
keep
send
those
the
in.
text
You
message.
got the incisors, don't you?
I'll send the text message. Can I come in too?
Does he even know?
No.
Response. After what you did, you need to sit in the corner, young man.
Oh my goodness.
I know. Permanent solution to temporary problem.
Drinks the beer 3/4 the way down because I can do that.
I'll see you
Like
guys.
you.
I'll see you
yeah,
guys at a later
she can
date.
do it.
Garbage gut.
Possibly later tonight.
I'll head back to the coin center then.
Okay.
If I don't see
Coin
you
tower.
before sunrise, take comfort in the fact that I know where she lives.
Good, ... to ...
No.
N-O! Exclamation point.
There you go.
Excellent.
It's left on red.
Nope.
So what our darling little sibling here has failed to tell you is that we've got a few solutions that you can choose from. These are your choice, not her choice, not our choice.
I'm sorry, what are you?
I'm the
Smile.
fucked up version of her.
We've spoken before.
Yeah.
Yeah. She goes into the bathroom, just starts taking the makeup off, comes back out herself again after about 3 minutes because she's works theater for so long. She's really quick at it.
I was going to say, did you have to take in a paint scraper?
Nope.
Spackle.
The spackle.
You know, she carries pads and micellar water.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Yep.
I am so very confused right now.
Long, long time ago,
In a galaxy far, far away.
I was an actress.
No. I'm just confused.
Okay, let me put it to you this way.
I think you've said enough.
No, yeah, probably. What Elisa's trying to tell you is that she cares about you, much as we talked last time we spoke, if you remember. No, you don't, because I don't think I... Did I do it?
You don't do you have mesmerized, do you? Oh, you do? Oh, shit.
And cloud memory.
Oh, shit. Oh.
Oh, no, because I told her to go to sleep. That's right.
Yep.
Yep. Not forget.
The situation that we're dealing with now is she's got a couple of options, unfortunately, the way our society works. And I believe I enumerated some of these to you last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, amongst our group, you've got 3 sisters and an overprotective younger brother. Who tends to go towards the most extreme solutions first. Now, I believe she said, well, I'll just tell you I'll just repeat what she said because she didn't say it very well. Mm-hmm. We can make you forget everything, and you go back to the way you were before you ever met her. We can make you forget her, but you still have your Egypt stuff and everything else. You just don't remember who your benefactor is. We can erase her telling you that she's...
Just say the words. Just say it.
A blood-sucking fiend.
That works. And then you just go on as normal, but I'll tell you right now, it's going to eat her the hell up. No pun intended. We can have you become something that is that will bind you to her, or bind you to one of us. I'd probably go with her though.
There's ways around it.
Which would have the side benefits, but you would become more dedicated to her, so some of the free will might go out the window a little bit.
You've done enough talking, little one. Shush it.
We can have you become her apprentice, with the possibility in the future, should you choose it, of becoming one of us. Her clan does things really weird.
God Tell me about it. However, that also would open you up to a whole new world of learning.
Being the bookworm you are.
The downside is you wouldn't be able to dig during the day. Bonus side is you could dig at night all you want.
And there are a lot of night digs.
Oh, yeah. Remind me to set up the next one.
Yeah. The last trip you were on, they found some interesting stuff at night, if you remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, guess who the
they
diggers
did.
were? Guess why they were able to get so much further than the day workers.
Well, that does explain a lot.
Yeah. So, and then there's the the final option, which you're welcome for being saved from.
The final solution.
No, the permanent solution to a temporary problem.
The overprotective younger brother decided to take matters into his own hands. Fortunately, I realized what he was doing and was able to stop it.
Hence why I was soaked in tea.
Wow.
Yeah, some of us are assholes.
He's kind of a dick.
So what happened earlier, and the reason you're soaked in tea, is because the little brother decided to jump straight to the least positive solution,
Okay.
and you're too cool to die. So
Yeah, I don't lend books to just anybody.
That has to be the very first time that anyone's ever said that about me. I'm not sure how to feel.
however you choose to feel,
tickets
that's not the point.
Confused?
Understandable. I did not want to get involved. Unfortunately, someone pushed my hand. Wanted to let Elisa try and take care of it herself, whatever path she chose to go.
That was a wrong thing. You're nice. I like you a lot.
But
You need to not communicate at all about this. Ever.
She is kind of a box of rocks when it comes to this stuff.
Oh my God.
like I said, I'm young and not very bright.
Think of it as the
I
ultimate
spent
transition.
all my time with my nose in a book or on a computer. I have absolutely no social skills whatsoever.
We need to get you out more often.
That's kind of why she glommed onto you.
I need to go out more often.
Together or separate?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Don't know what to think that.
Maybe you
She's been
should.
hit with a lot of information.
Yeah.
Maybe you should explain what the apprentice option means.
What would it mean?
Explain to her the basics of apprenticeship and learning and study and all the shit basically you went through minus the surgeries.
Okay.
It's a lot of book learning. It's a lot of,
Lots of book learning. Lots of digging around in libraries.
I mean,
Once in a great while, X does in fact mark the spot. But for the most part, it's chasing down leads, trying to figure out. You're looking for answers to puzzles.
The more fun treasure to find.
Send a text message to you directly.
Okay.
Okay.
And okay.
And it says, if you want to get to an Egyptologist, hit them where they want to be.
Yeah.
And that is, tell them that you know people who were there when it happened.
How do
I
you?
think she got.
Oh.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good. I like that one.
Why are night digs so successful? Because they're usually funded by the people who were there.
Okay.
If that doesn't hook her, I have other methods.
Okay. Because I'm absolutely rubbish in interpersonal communication.
See, I'm surprised he's not just trying to say killer.
Yeah,
Killer.
he already tried that.
Killer.
Show Felicity that text.
Oh, wait a minute. Time out.
Wait. What? No.
How do you have me in your phone? I want to know what the name is. Does it come off as asshole?
Or stick up ass.
Yeah.
Or Lord Twat. No. No, you're just in this L. Harrison.
Ah, okay. All right.
Nicer
not
than how
nearly
he'd
as
be in mine.
not nearly as interesting.
Very nice.
Not
very
really.
nice.
Yeah. Come on. I only call you that to your face.
Thank you.
I'm not the sort to go around behind your back. No. So.
I mean, you may be.
It's like what? So
What you think you know about what you're digging right now
Yeah.
is barely scratching the surface.
And being either linked to you or apprenticed to you one way or the other would get me more of that?
It would certainly let you get in deeper. Yeah, digger, I like it. I can talk. You would have a lot more access than you currently do.
One of the perks of being an Egyptologist,
Yeah.
knowing people in our area is,
Is
We know-
people who've actually been there,
yeah,
or know people who know people.
who were actually there. There aren't many of them that are that old, but they do exist.
And what would this mean for our relationship?
What would you want it to mean?
Jesus Christ, answer a question with an answer.
There's a concept called drinking straight from the fountain, or I can give it to you, or I can give you my blood indirectly. If you take it straight, you essentially become a slave. And I do not want that at all.
Okay.
But if you take my blood, then you have access, you have my protection. Okay, you'll be safe from the rest of us.
With her protection comes our protection.
Although we can't guarantee how safe she will be if she fucks this up again. Because I might just take her out.
Price I'm willing to pay.
Gotta love big sisters.
Yeah.
Text message to you directly that says,
Oh no, that one again.
it says, tell her what you want her to do.
Shit. That's still sitting there.
Yeah, it's still unread. Just actually
Hello?
look, if I shake it.
Right? It's a sketch.
Maybe it's broken.
Shake.
I should get a new one.
I would very much like to continue our relationship. Really want to see where it goes. I've never had a significant other, like ever.
Oh, that explains so much.
Yeah, it does.
I've had two, and they both failed miserably.
Well, you've got more experience than I do.
I will put it out there, she comes with some very weird wingmen.
Emphasis on weird.
Noted.
Finishes the bottle.
Takes another shot.
You'd rather her blood than my blood, and you'd definitely rather it more than her blood. Unfortunately, mine comes with a little bit of extra spice.
Fair.
I don't know how to take that. What do you think?
Oh, shut up and quit
fuck you
arguing
talking
with
about?
yourself.
Right.
Hey, share with the other children to be quiet.
Okay, so I don't want my memories modified or changed or erased or anything.
Well, that's one option off the table. All of the options. Most of them. Okay?
And I don't want to die?
Most of us don't.
So I guess
www.zip it.
I guess I'd like to be, what did you call it, an apprentice?
Apprentice. Yes.
Does that mean that we couldn't have a relationship, or would we still have the ability to have a relationship? How does that?
Yes. No, absolutely. This is not. I mean, I'm not your employer.
Okay.
I mean, think of it as
Well, not literally.
not literally. Yeah. No, think of it more like. How familiar are you with the terms senpai and kohai?
Oh,
If that
God.
means anything to you.
Fucking weeb.
Fuck off. So basically,
Sounds very anime.
yeah, I'm a weeb. What can I say?
I am not.
No. Okay. Then. Okay. So I'm not your employer.
Okay.
I am not like your superior or anything like that.
Okay.
More like an older, like your oldest, like almost like your older sister.
You.
No, we're not gonna, no.
That's a different branch of anime, dear.
Yeah, different. Yeah. Okay,
Wow.
we're gonna stay away from. Yeah. Okay.
We went right down that particular lane, didn't we?
Okay.
Whoa.
What? Yeah, no, that.
What she who can't talk is trying to say
Oh God.
that you would be bonded together, kind of like
Almost like.
not quite a marriage bond, but like 2 steps down.
You would not be her slave, but she would be responsible for you.
Okay.
Your actions would reflect directly upon her.
Okay.
It would be up to her to teach you. It would be up to her to make sure you didn't get into trouble with others of our kind. Mm-hmm. And
Teach you all the formalities.
sort of lay the groundwork in preparation to eventually, should you choose it, become one of us.
There's formalities.
Well, there's rules.
Oh.
When you have as many different types of kindred, which is what we call ourselves, as there are in the world, case in point, you gotta have rules.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would cease to exist, because there are those among us who would rather go pell-mell and just show off their fangs and have a good old time and
Burn it all down?
burn it all down, but in the process piss off enough of humanity that they burn us down. It's almost happened.
More than once
So there are some rules.
in the last year.
Rules which we are very close to breaking by having this conversation.
It's not even very close. We're done.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We broke the rules. Oh yeah. No, I broke the rules.
But
Yeah, you did.
Yes, I did.
this one over here cares about you enough that thinks you're worth it. Now, whether you are or not is entirely up to you. And I know that's a lot of pressure.
Okay. So. And I get the feeling that I have to make this decision, like,
Within 24 hours.
You're giving her a lot more time than you actually need to.
I know, she's pretty much made up her mind.
You
or
got about
she
30
needs to
minutes.
realize it.
okay. No,
However,
you're right.
I will let you know that if you do take the offer, you basically get access to the digitized copies of everything from the Library of Alexandria.
Done.
How utterly transactional of you, dear.
What can I say? I really, if there's the one thing that we bonded over above and beyond anything else, it was books.
Then you should be a match made in
And you
heaven.
will have access to my own personal library too.
Sounds like that was a suggestion.
Okay.
May I have your glass?
Yes.
Okay.
She hands you her glass.
Okay. Into the kitchen,
Okay.
Bring me your wrist.
because I'm flick. I can
I
do it
do
myself.
it myself.
Do it myself, but I'll spare Felicity the
visual.
ick
Weirdness.
factor.
Don't
Yeah.
make a mess. You fucked up enough this week. Don't make a mess.
Roll up my sleeve.
Shouldn't
You see
spare.
that lattice work? I know what I'm doing.
shouldn't spare.
Sorry, self-harm. Anyway, yes, into the kitchen.
Okay.
Yes, because that's if it's like a step away, there's no blood bond per se. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So okay, into the glass. Okay, seal it up, let it heal for a sec. Pity, that would have made a nice scar. Anyway, sorry,
Okay.
self-harm again.
Past that, dear.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Oh yeah, long past that. Okay.
Okay.
Mixing a little bit of the Jaeger or whatever. I don't know. Find out whatever.
Jameson.
Jameson. Oh,
Yeah.
Jameson's such shit. It really is.
It's cheap.
Yeah,
She is a college student.
yeah, digging in Egypt. So yeah, okay, yeah, Jameson it is. All right, well, just a little bit to kind of, Okay.
Cut the iron. All right.
Down. Okay.
So just down this and call it good.
Yep, and then your real education begins.
Okay. She flips the whole thing back.
When she does that, she goes, "What? No drink of my blood? No body of Christ? What? Come on! You're gonna make this such a show." I'm giving you a hard time, dear.
So she doesn't
No
look
shit.
like the stick.
As I'm sure you've probably figured out by now, I'm not one for standing on ceremony.
In more ways than one.
Okay. So now I have a rule.
No.
Now you-
Well, no, she's not a glue
No.
Quite,
Not quite.
Not quite.
So now what?
Now, you should probably get some sleep. You might
Yeah.
want to spend the night at her place.
Tomorrow's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Trust me, you don't want to be here tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably best you don't sleep alone tonight.
It's probably best you don't sleep in your home alone tonight. Today.
What time is it?
Time to go home.
Time to go home. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 2:30 or 3 in the morning.
Can I have my keys back,
point.
please?
Oh, thank God.
us right
Tired of Ubers.
Can you give us a ride back to my flat then?
That was the plan.
Okay.
Okay. She
Pack about a week's worth of clothes.
a week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aren't you going back to Egypt in a week anyway?
So wait a minute, you just told her to pack a week of clothes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Pack a week worth of clothes, lady.
Missed that. Thank you.
Yeah. No worries.
She's like,
Okay.
okay, and walks in.
All right.
I helped.
Yes, you did. Yay!
I'm doing my part too.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Okay.
I did a thing too.
So she goes in, packs about a week's worth of clothes.
Get your toiletries.
Yep. Grabs all of those. Comes back out. All right. I think I'm good.
Okay. Now we're gonna go back to my place.
Okay. So you guys all pack into the Subaru. She locks the door. Pack into the Subaru. You guys head off over to your apartment.
My place.
Do you warn her what's going to happen in the next week?
Yeah. I mean, that would be very unfair. Otherwise, yeah. So for the
Do
for that,
not bring her to the presentation.
I'm not bringing her to the presentation.
That's not a great idea to bring her to the presentation.
No.
Okay.
No. Introduce her to just my personal public library,
Okay.
which is all of my what do I have in my what do I have in my public facing library here?
Stuff.
Lots of things.
Lots of things. Let's see here.
Publications
yes.
from member scholars.
Yeah,
You have
political tracts, histories, biographies.
Anytime you say tracks, I think chick tracks.
I'm not. No chick tracts. That guy's a fucking twat. So.
The rewritten versions of those are pretty damn funny, though.
Oh, yeah, they pretty are. So yeah.
all right.
All right, and then. Yeah, and then. Gonna start going over the things that will happen once my blood is in her system.
Okay.
Now, I've not embraced her yet,
No.
so still human technically.
All right.
Cool. So when we drop them off, are we headed back to the tower?
Sure.
Cool.
Yes. So them two go back to the tower.
Okay.
Us two are going to be at the place.
Are you still at the tower when we get there?
Well, when is this on?
Probably still got an hour.
You got a
About an
good hour and a half.
You'll probably catch me getting ready to leave.
You were hanging out yesterday out front.
As the elevator doors are opening, you ever call that stick-up ass asshole my sibling ever again, and I will shake all of you.
I love it.
Did the job.
Don't care.
I love it when you guys talk about me. It feels so good.
I feel so included.
I know, it's been a long time. I feel like I'm part of the team now.
I gotta go find a recipe book.
Everything go okay?
No, but thanks to you.
Well, I thought I contributed somehow. But anyway, no, never mind. The situation is resolved,
You forced the timeline
Yes.
is what you
Really,
did.
that's all that matters.
Well,
So-
good. I'll pick your brain about LA. There was some recipe book that went through there like 4 years ago.
Oh, making the circles? It's probably something, I mean, recipe books are usually either like Tremere oriented or maybe some other kind of sorcery.
the words that
Thin Blood Alchemy.
No.
that one. Do you remember the name of it?
No, because, well, if it's Thin Blood Alchemy, unless it's in,
It just said something about thin bloods, but I don't know what the title of this
Talking
book
about the
was.
Book of Nod?
no.
Oh.
That's a myth.
I don't think
anyway.
so.
At first I thought it was the...
Mort would remember that.
She looks back on her shelf. You're right, it's a myth.
Yeah.
Pushes it back.
You're right, it is.
Unreliable
Other shelf.
I was thinking the Anarch Cookbook had that in my shelf.
It's a true anarchy cookbook right there.
No, apparently that's being asked about
Right next to Das Kapital.
all over the place right now. Like, there are people willing to pay big money.
Well, I mean, if you got somebody who can use it.
I need to know what book it is so I can figure this out.
And why it's so sought after.
Oh, I'm sure we can
Yeah.
figure out why.
I mean,
Only Thin Bloods can use the recipes.
yeah, so you
Yeah.
gotta have one in your pocket. And I've been trying to look for an alchemist for a while, but I'm not, well, I may be the wrong person looking for one because they may think that I may have bad intentions. I can't imagine why.
Can't imagine why
think
they would
that.
have that.
Can't imagine
thought.
why.
You know, it's one of those things where, reputation precedes me, and therefore,
Think the Undisputed Baron would be able to help?
it's a good
He
possibility.
doesn't owe us anything.
And no, he doesn't.
Hiram might be able to help.
But
He's closer.
But
Oh, and of
would
course
he?
I've got Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
now, but let me suggest something. The Baron knows what we are and what we're doing. He may not know us anything, but he may be willing to help us for us owing him something.
Yeah, and that's the part that scares me.
Well, if you're scared of owing somebody something, then you're just not.
No,
living
I'm
your
just
life
afraid of
correctly.
owing him something.
Everybody owes everybody something. Everybody's ledger is written in black and red, and as far as I'm concerned, I like to keep mine in the black. But sometimes you got to dip into the red if you really want to get things done.
Yeah, tonight you came a little too close.
So, I'd say we open up a line of communication to the guy, see if he's got anything. Let him know that we'll owe him one, and then at that point, see where it goes from there.
Do you want me to make that call?
It's probably better that you make that call.
Oh yeah, it's only
You've got
suggestion on my
way
part, dear
better.
Seneschal. Yeah. You're the
You got
Seneschal.
perkier boobs than I do. You can make.
And I also still have a few friends down there. All right. I start drafting up an email to a friend down south
Okay.
asking about the book and trying to establish contacts with said Baron
Okay.
if he's willing to talk.
Now, there is a very easy way to get a hold of him.
I don't want to. Do you really want? Oh, fuck it, I'll call him.
I mean, you can totally do that because he's listed.
Look up Maharani.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe you're lucky he'll listen to your show in
When you're
syndication.
He may be aware of me from that too.
All right.
Pick up the phone.
Okay.
Call it.
Temple of Boom.
Hey, is Mr. Temple in?
Ooh, Mr. Temple is out at the moment. Can I take a message?
Do you know where I might get a hold of him? It's kind of important. My name is Deirdre Von Dark out of Portland.
Oh, Ms. Von Dark. Yes, we've heard of you. Unfortunately, I believe he is actually out of town for the week. However, I can go ahead and forward over a message to him and have him give you a call back.
That would be fantastic. And then go ahead and give her my number.
Okay.
And then say, Unfortunately, it's a little late here. I just finished prepping for the show, so I'm going to be going to bed here in a little bit. But yeah, if you could reach out to me tomorrow evening, that would be fantastic.
Oh, certainly. I'll go ahead and get the message over to him right away.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Temple.
Yeah, Temple of Boom.
Victor Temple. It's the Temple of Boom. That is his production company.
Awesome sauce.
Yeah, I originally was looking up the Maharani, which is the club he runs.
Yep.
But Temple of Boom is what he runs out of it, so.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So with that, you've gotten a couple days worth of work. You have a new ghoul
Oh, goody.
after almost managing to kill said ghoul.
Or
Get said
Getting
kill.
said
Ghoul
ghoul
killed.
killed.
Yes.
You have succeeded in starting the ball rolling for Montgomery Park to be processing into your Elysium.
Yes, and quite successfully with all that dark money, too.
What dark money?
Dark money.
Exactly.
Thank you.
What do you mean MBS is missing all of that cash? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Shit. All right. Well, with that, I believe that will end tonight's session. We hope that you enjoyed tonight's storytelling, and we hope to see you again. We love you very much, and we hope to see you soon. Thank
Good
you.
humans.
Goodbye.
That's my girl.